Did I get a one?
You got one, yeah.
Fuck's sake.
You guys missed it. Happened right before we screen switched. Nick rolled his first attack with his new weapon, and it was a natural one.
Of course it was.
Wow. Hello, everybody, and welcome to Hardly Heroes. We are picking up 8 months later after we left off. It is going to be February 1521.
But before we start, I have a quick announcement. Dice Lock Session 0 is now available on the Patreon. Dice Lock Session 1 will release next Friday to YouTube. Session 2 will also release next Friday for the Patreons only. And then the week after that, Dice Lock Session 2 will release, etc. So Patreons are going to get it one episode early. So if you want to help support us, go to patreon.com/saveordie and join the Patreon. Thanks.
Thank you. Okay. Party, things have changed. The world has changed. You have changed. Might need to change some of our overlays too. Nick, you are now the Sheriff of Cauldron, ostensibly. Lucas, you are now the Detective of Cauldron, ostensibly. Luther has dual classed into Fighter, which means he starts over at level 1 as a Fighter. He gets to keep his HP, but if he uses any of his old saving throws or any of his old skills or any of that stuff, he gets, I think, no experience for the encounter and half experience for the adventure. Is that what it was?
That's what it was, yeah.
Perfect. Luther is sticking as Thief for the Detective. We've gained some new proficiencies. Luther picked up Heraldry and Horseback Riding, as well as Greatsword. Pigeon picked up Tracking, as well as Scimitar. And these are sorts of working covers. So it gives you something to do, something to support the society and the community, but also gives you the cover to be thieves or rogues or to steal things or get information or, do any of the unsavory things that Lord Shacklebrook might want you to do. Although unsavory is probably not the sort of thing. Like, you've been working with this guy for 7 months-ish now. You really don't get the vibe that he's going to ask you to murder anyone. But
Desperate times call for desperate measures.
That's
of
true.
those 7 or 8 months, how long of that were we spending in the dungeon?
Very little.
Okay.
It was pretty much only a week in the dungeon, and then it was getting to know your position. You're going to work with us. You have a promise to. You owe your lives to me. We're going to set you up with the house. We're going to get you gear. You need to learn your new ways. You're going to be part of our organization. You're going to be given positions. You've got chainmail and a greatsword and like a little brooch that you wear that says that shows that you're the sheriff of the town.
That's sick.
Nice.
Pigeon, you're the detective. You might have like a smaller, less well-known brooch that you wear. There's probably some
Mine's
sign
silver,
of your office.
his is gold.
Probably copper and brass, but yeah.
Okay. I tell people
Nice.
it's silver.
Is it like a little star, like it's
Like a cowboy.
I was
Like a
going to
cowboy
let
sheriff.
you design it if you wanted
Oh,
to,
yeah.
but a ring with a star within it is pretty classic.
I'll have a think.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well,
Okay, so I'm trying to imagine what's been going on in these. Have we been living in the manor or living in a tent in the grounds? I assume I at least have been hanging out with the knights on a pretty regular basis, learning to fight.
you started in the dungeons and then moved to guest quarters in the keep while, things were being arranged and set up, and you were learning heraldry and horseback riding and greatsword and tracking and scimitar. The knights and the warriors in the area have helped to teach you the martial parts of these, the weapons and the horseback riding. Lord Shacklebrook has given Luther books and tomes and insisted that you learn all the families and all their lineages and all these things, and he quizzes you every night. And
so we've been spending quite a bit of time with Shacklebrook then.
Yes, you've been spending a lot of time with him. You've been spending a lot of time with his retinue. I don't have exact names and numbers for you right now since I just came up with all of this stuff 2 days ago, and we'll get it for the next session. We're playing Fast and Loose today. But there's a number of knights and retainers and people that are part of his entourage, part of his court. and you are members of his court, so you're spending a lot of time with all of these other people. You know the knights. You're all on first name basis with all these knights and these, Lord Shacklebrook himself and these other people. You're a part of the state.
Marvelous. And do we have our own house now, or are we still living in the keep?
These days you have your own house.
Okay. Cool.
I am the law, Luther.
Well,
doesn't this
we
look
are the
good
law.
on me?
Looks real good, Pigeon. Look at you. Scrub up well.
Oh yeah.
Look at you. Yeah. This is it. This is the start of our new life,
It's only up from here.
You said something, Pigeon, that I want to draw attention to. The idea that I am the law. This is a society of laws, but in the olden days, these laws were semi-enforced. Luther, you're the sheriff. You don't necessarily know every single law. In fact, as someone who grew up in the city that was a pretty lawless place, you probably actually don't know what any of the laws are.
It's like a
that's okay.
vibes-based law. It's fine.
Yeah. If you want to enforce something, you are the person who enforces it. There is no one else who enforces this stuff. So whatever you say goes.
It's kind of like we don't think Lord
there is
Shacklebrook would like this.
There is some sort of perceived limits on that power, though, right? I couldn't execute someone.
Right. Well, there's
Presumably.
There's a couple of things here. First, if someone thinks that you're actually breaking the law, they can go to Lord Shacklebrook. And if Shacklebrook's a lawful man, he will correct the situation. And if he continues an injustice and this person has enough, desire and resources and friends in high places, they could go to the Count and be like, Shacklebrook is breaking the law. And if that doesn't work out, they could go all the way to the king, sort of like you go through the court systems. But you need resources to do that. And also, someone might gimp you before if you're causing trouble. The other factor is that you are a reflection of Lord Shacklebrook. As you enforce laws, whatever you do reflects directly on him. So if you think that someone has done something and they should die on the spot, and you're not supposed to kill people, but you do it, it's going to look real bad on him. And then he might bring the hammer down on you to restore his own honor.
So has he had any conversations with us about changing our behavior, sort of thing? Has he said to us, you need to be turning over a new leaf here, you need to be more honorable, or has he kind of left that to our own discretion?
He has told you that he needs people with skill sets like yours to survive the modern world, and that you're going to need day jobs to keep you busy and to keep you in work because there's not enough of your special skill sets to fill out the days. And there's just this heavy contextual implication that you are going to be the sheriff. And he doesn't say you got to be the good sheriff, but when he says that, it's in the air and it's in his gaze. You're the sheriff. This is who you are now. You need to behave like the sheriff.
All right. Yeah.
Yeah. And he will give you a lecture, both of you a lecture on your actions reflect on him. So if you behave poorly, it's a reflection on him. You need to bring honor.
I'm going to be the best detective you've ever had in this town.
Mm-hmm.
You saved our lives, Malik.
As this is happening, Luther is... I think for Luther, he's obviously done bad things. He's never taken pleasure in it necessarily. It's just been the world that he's grown up in, and he's done what he's needed to survive. He knows that Pigeon is different to him. Pigeon has taken pleasure in killing and actively seeks out doing bad things for the sake of it sometimes. So as Pigeon is giving it his little plea to Shacklebrook that he's going to be the best person and he's going to do everything he needs and he's going to be an honorable person, Luther knows that keeping Pigeon in line is going to be key to keeping our heads on our shoulders.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
The other thing about that goes along in the same vein is that you are the law. If you want something from a peasant or from a person over whom you're enforcing the law, you can basically do whatever you want. And you're supposed to be working in Lord Shacklebrook's service. So, if you think that there's a suspect in a building and the person says they're not going to let you in, if you want to bust down that door, and it's in service of Lord Shacklebrook, and you find the person in the building, like even if breaking that door was illegal, you did the thing for him. You
I don't
did
need
your
no
job
warrant.
right? So there's
You
always
don't
going to
need
be
a
this
warrant,
little. You
So
technically
in
you
a lot
might
of
need
ways-
a warrant, right? If you're going to go into like if you were going to bust down a noble's house or someone with a lot of power and you didn't have a warrant or you didn't have some sort of like previous permission, that person might have enough political power to actually throw that back at you. That could actually cause problems. But your everyday person, like they don't have the patronage to throw this back at you. So there's going to be a lot of like soft, where is the boundaries of what you can do versus what you should do, which you're going to have to interpret on your own. And
So a lot of it is the ends justify the means to some extent in a lot of cases.
I would expect that to be the case.
Yeah.
If you do something wrong, but you catch the bad guy or like you improve the situation for Lord Shacklebrook, he'll have your back. Like, if you help him, he'll help you, sort of thing. On the other hand, he also wants to be a member of society, so like, you gotta be a good boy.
So if we're going to be storming into a fucking noble person's house for, I don't know, treason, we better find some fucking proof.
You better find some proof, or if you turns out that's not the case, you better manufacture some proof real fast.
Yes, sir.
Right? On the other
Sprinkle
hand,
some crack on him and get out of here.
I will be playing Lord Shacklebrook, and if I think you're making him look bad, whether or not you think it, he might come down on you. And this campaign has already essentially reached its endpoint. We're transitioning into like book 2, not even a new chapter, like a whole new book. And this campaign could very easily end with the thieves out of Stromheim who are like not good cops and then like get executed for being bad cops. Like that is a really solid ending to this campaign. Like you could die and I would be super happy with like you not being good police officers.
And then the last scene is just one of the knights saying, I told you this wasn't going to work, or something like that to Shacklebrook.
So I want us just to be familiar with the expectations going in. Now, similarly, you don't know all the laws. Your character doesn't and you don't, and we're not going to write a book of laws. So if you ever want to know, like, hey, what's the law around in this situation, just ask me. I'll give you your best interpretation. If you are asking me, though, if it's not, like, clearly a vibes-based law, the answer is probably going to be that you're not certain or you don't know, but there's no harm in asking.
What's the law on prima nocta?
In character, we could go and ask someone, right?
Yeah, absolutely.
We could go
100%.
and ask, like, one of the knights, like, would I be allowed to do this?
100%. You could
like
ask
that.
Shacklebrook, you could ask a knight, you could ask any other NPC in town. Totes.
Yeah, and the vibe with
and I
Shacklebrook is that he's open to consultation. He's not like, I'm too busy to talk to you, get out and do a good job and don't bother me.
Right. You are he's the CEO, you are the head of security. He would like to have a working and healthy relationship with the head of security in order to make sure everything goes swimmingly. He is in charge of this. He claims that he's in charge of this area that's boxed in by pink here. Everything from Tassel to Newfort to the Black Pine Marsh to the Misty River, cutting Mirand Lake in half and not including the Dalag Wood. So basically, the Tether Wilds and the Bogwood and Mire Hollow is what Shacklebrook claims as his own territory, as his domain. Cauldron's the only truly fully established town in the area. Pittsburgh is coming back, but it's a far cry from Cauldron. You guys went there once. You had some explorations.
We lost helmet
the
there.
docks, and the water.
That's where it all started going down.
We wouldn't know this, but I would assume that the Wizard Lord in Shirebrook might dispute this pink line.
Perhaps.
Like, he might think that Newfort belongs to him, or is this in some way agreed by the king?
No,
Queen.
This is not. We should talk briefly about kings and queens. During this period of time right here, the like king-queen situation in Eridon is very tenuous. There have been some people who have been appointed monarchs and that have then shortly been assassinated. And then there's been a period without a monarch and a new monarch has come in and they've like stuck around for a little while, but then something's happened and they've like either been deposed, abdicated, or killed. And so Eridon, from the end of Tombs of Scoria up through the start of Voyages of Dusk and Dawn, which takes place a few years after this, doesn't have a solid monarch that rules it. At any given point, there might be someone in charge, but their influence is really just regional to the city that they are ruling out of, which is for the most part High Castle. Stromheim is too lawless of a land. If you can't control High Castle, there's no way you're going to control Stromheim. And High Castle was like mostly intact by the end of the war. That's where the current capital is politically happening, but also mass violence.
You mentioned a count. Is there a count
There's supposed
that
to be.
Shacklebrook owes allegiance to? Or yeah, but not really though.
There's not one right now. The expectation is that one day a count will be appointed for this area, for this county.
And it could be Shacklebrook.
It could end up being Shacklebrook.
Let's go.
Which is why, sort of, he's like, I'm just going to claim all this area. All these ruined towns, I'm claiming them for myself. And his grip on these towns may wax or wane. He may add more, or he may lose territory.
We're going to enhance his grip.
That's our job, yeah. So, ultimately, Shacklebrook doesn't really answer to anyone right now.
Yes.
Like, in theory, he does. But in reality, there's no one really keeping an eye on him.
In reality, he answers to his dad, Leopoldi Shacklebrook, the old man of the family who lives in the inner city in Stromheim. He is the head of the family, of the Shacklebrook family.
Why does he answer to him? I mean, what power does he have? Other than just money?
He's just a patriarchal head, right?
Yeah, it's family power. Just like saying no to your dad, right? Because Wilhelm Shacklebrook is young. He's not... Like, he's in his 20s. So his relationship with his dad... I haven't rolled it yet.
Okay.
Because
I'm 22, I think.
How old are you?
I think Pigeon's 22.
I'm 40.
Shacklebrook is 27.
Let me look at my age.
I was 39. I'm assuming I'm 40 now.
I'm 21, but I think we just skipped, so I'm probably 22 now.
I think I started at 38, so you might be 23.
Did you write down your birthday anywhere?
Yeah.
Because we started December 1518, and now it's February 1521. So it's been 2 years and 2 months.
Yeah, February 11th.
Oh, well then your birthday is in 10 days.
Oh, mine's the 4th of September. Yeah, I guess I did write that down.
I always give my characters my birthday, so I can just always remember it.
Nice.
Just easy.
That's clever. Yeah.
So he will turn 23 in 15 days, you said?
You? It's February 1st right now.
Okay, perfect.
Lord Shacklebrook is 27 years old. He's 5'8" and 156 pounds. He's a medium-sized human wizard. Male.
Hey, Shacklebrook. How's Eraser doing in magic school?
Eraser, he will just sort of pretend like he didn't hear you or brush it off. He doesn't talk about Eraser because Eraser just disappeared one day. You know, all three of you were in prison, or you guys were in prison. Eraser went to get the money. He came back. There were some exchanges, and eventually he's just gone.
He can't talk about the magic school, so I give him like a bit of a wink.
So it was Eraser that went to our lair to get all our shit and give it to Shacklebrook, yeah?
Right.
Yeah.
And
while
then
we
he
stayed in the dungeon.
And then he just pieced out.
Last question I've got is, does his dad have any titles?
Leopoldi Shacklebrook?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. He's just Lord. He's a Lord in Stromheim. They own property. They own industries.
He's a Lord in Stromheim. Okay.
Yeah. They are... They're not even
we own property.
Major... I mean, they're one of the major families in Stromheim, but they're not like top 10 family in Stromheim.
Do we have any view on how they ended up in charge of Cauldron?
Sheer will. Just we're going to spend the money
political machination and stuff.
Yeah, we have the money, we have the ambition, we have this new kid who could be someone. He's finished his education. We're gonna throw him into the situation and just like put the entire weight of the family on this.
Do I know what his int is?
Shacklebrook's?
Yeah.
This might come as a shock to Pigeon because I think for a moment there, you sort of there's a brief moment of idolization because he had power over you and he was good to you. And there's a moment of like, oh my God, what a great man. He saved my life. But the more you get to know Wilhelm Shacklebrook, the more you realize that his intelligence is his 4th highest stat.
Wow.
That's okay.
He has...
Imric wasn't very
not ideal
intelligent.
for a wizard, is it?
No. He has 12 strength,
Okay.
4 dex, 4. He is the clumsiest person you've ever met in your life.
Okay.
16 con, 9 int, 9 wisdom, 9 charisma, 11 perception.
What max spell level does that get him? Is it like level 4 or 5?
4th level max spells.
Okay. That's still pretty
6
good.
spells
He's probably-
per level.
All right.
Yeah.
We got to get him an entitlement.
35% chance to learn spells.
Oh shit, that's terrible.
Yeah. And this
So
is the
he's
head.
not like he's not a enthusiastic wizard then.
He's
It's
enthusiastic.
more like he went to wizard school. He's not like casting spells all the time and stuff.
Well, you know, he's got X number of spells per level. He's enthusiastic about his work. He's just not cut out for it. You know, he's the person who really, really, really wants to be a basketball player, but is like 5'4". And you're like, bro,
Yeah.
you love basketball and you're good at it, but like, you're never going to play for the NBA.
Nick, we're going to get him an int item. Don't worry.
One day, yeah, get him up to 10 int.
We'll get him up to 10. Or isn't there one that sets it at 18?
Maybe we've never seen that.
We'll get it. We'll get him it.
We've seen
Like
it for
the
con and
headband
we've
of-
seen it for wisdom, so it might exist. But
The headband of intelligence is what he needs.
Yeah.
The last thing I want to talk about, this big purple pinkish line thing, is the situation with taxation. Cauldron and its surrounding lands are taxed. There is a specific person or group who comes by to enforce the taxation. You don't have to deal with it. You might have to, in some situations, provide a little extra muscle. These are by and large things we're not going to end up dealing with. But it might be important to know that while Shacklebrook claims Tassel is within his jurisdiction, he is not collecting taxes from Tassel, nor Pittsburgh, nor Newfort. These are areas in which he claims jurisdiction, and he might try to influence X, Y, and Z, but he has, as of yet, to enforce taxation. This is given under the realm of I'm setting the tax rate in these places at 0% so they can grow on their own, and whoever else is in the area can collect taxes to like work on the local stuff. But as the person who like oversees that, I'm not adding nor subtracting, but I will enforce the law and my will here.
We have jurisdiction, we believe, in Newfort and Pittsburgh then.
You believe that Shacklebrook thinks he wants to claim that jurisdiction. You also know that in some of these places that might be met with some resistance.
Okay.
And the resistance will be proportional to the authority you exercise.
yeah.
So if you're trying to arrest someone, you might struggle, but if you're just asking questions, people probably don't give a shit. And of
Okay.
course, depending on
Cool.
the person, yeah.
But genuinely, if someone flees from Cauldron and they go to fucking Newfort, I mean, I'm following. We're getting their
Totally.
asses.
Yeah.
So, cool.
Last question is, what happened to Sierra?
He's dead.
He's dead. Was he killed in the cage, or did he die in a fight after he cut the cage down?
I think the cage fell. Lemon died in the fall, and then people came and fought him, and then he either bled. I think he bled to death, or maybe they stabilized him, and there wasn't anyone with a healing proficiency around, so he didn't make it.
He wasn't melted over the geyser then.
He did not survive to be melted over the geyser, unfortunately.
That's good. No, that's good. Okay.
This is our chance, Luther, to actually turn our lives around.
This is what, I mean, yeah, we couldn't have dreamt for an opportunity like this before.
No. And now,
You know,
I mean, our past isn't going to haunt us at all. We're completely restarting.
That's right, that motherfucker in Stromheim, the dwarf copperhead guy, he can't come for us now.
No,
Can someone clip Moon saying our past is not going to come back to haunt us? Can we just get that clipped, please? Someone? Anyone?
We're going to be
Okay.
good guys. We're
So,
going to
are
cross
you gonna-
out the hardly, and it's just going to be heroes now.
Heroes. Are you
I
going
like that,
to?
actually.
Are you going to? Yeah, that's actually not a bad idea for the overlay. Maybe we should do that.
I'll do it. Yeah. I can do
Should
that in
we?
Paint.
Are you gonna pitch as a sort of starting point, Neil? Are we gonna be in our house or?
I am. I was just trying
we just
to
pick it up?
look up the info, but it's not made it to the wiki yet. There was this circus in Thornwood that you guys had just some very gentle dealings with briefly. They're a traveling circus. They've long since left Thornwood and gone around, and our campaign is going to start with you guys running into the circus again. And I believe I have a note here that says Mathilda, was that the leader of the circus?
Was either the
woman who
leader
was
or
the
was the
lead-
lady who was healing us?
I think
No,
it's the
that
same
was-
person.
No. There was the leader of the circus, who I think's name was Mathilda, and their
healer was her
subordinate.
assistant.
Yeah, her assistant.
And she was like ex-nobility.
right. Her family. She came from a noble family. Her name was Red Shield, something Red Shield.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yes.
And the knight,
Which
in
I didn't
Thornwood.
recognize at the time, but now I do remember that name, Red Shield.
Yeah,
of
there
heraldry.
were some Red Shields in the Thornwood area. 10
That's
years
right.
ago.
They were involved in some strange things, if I remember, Neil. I won't ruin it for Moot in case it's relevant.
Oh well, the Georg campaign.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, it was worse than just that, though, wasn't it?
And Kel Raina Tolwick was the knight
That's the lady in. Yeah.
in Thornwood.
It's the one who fucked us up.
Yeah.
Who's Shelley
Big
Tolwick?
time.
Oh, that's Nick's
That was
old-
Imric's
Imric's
ex.
ex-girlfriend.
Imric's ex. Okay, we don't need Shelley Tolwick written down for any reason.
Man, she'd come crawling back now if she could.
Oh, of course you would.
Although probably
You
not,
king.
actually, once she actually got there.
All right, so we're going to start as the circus sets up outside of Cauldron, or just at the edge of Cauldron one day, the north side of town, which is the nicer side of town, to be sure. And I think as just part of your general sheriffal law enforcement duties, you ride by. You go to take a look. Your horse is actually Lord Shacklebrook's horse. It's not your horse. It's
That's fine.
loaned out to you to
Wait.
be sheriff.
Let me roll some dice for my horse, though.
It's fair.
Do I still have?
3d8.
And do I have
Where
a
is that?
horse since I don't have the horseback riding, or am I walking?
I think you probably walk.
Okay.
Yeah.
I don't have the animal tab on my.
No, we got rid of the
Jeez.
animal tab with the new character sheet. Yeah.
Oh, okay. Let me write my horse name then. Any ideas for a horse name, mate?
Schnickel Fritz.
What about
Winnie.
Sierra? Helmet.
Lemon.
Caboose.
Lime.
What was your mum's name?
I don't remember. Patricia?
Nobody knows.
That wasn't her name.
Patricia, yeah.
Teresa, I
Patty?
think was her name.
We're going to call the horse Teresa.
Okay, there you go.
Okay, and then we roll HP. It's 3d8, is it, Neil?
Yeah.
Come on, big money on the horse.
Oh.
Oh, let's go.
838.
Okay, cool. So, riding on my horse, I've got my chainmail on. I've got my greatsword. How am I strapping a greatsword? Is it strapped to my back?
You can either strap your greatsword to your back or to your side. If it's to your side, it sits at an angle that really makes it stick out behind you. When it's over your back, it's a little bit more out of the way, but it's a little bit harder to draw.
But it's more badass.
It's more badass, yeah. I think I have it on my back for now.
Okay.
Actually, can you have a sheath on the horse?
It would be like tucked to the side of the horse, so it would go like alongside the horse's body. You could absolutely leave your sword on your horse
Not
attached to the saddle.
badass, Nick.
No, okay. I leave it. I've got it strapped to my back.
Well, you
Pigeons
can also
walking
carry like
next to me.
your short sword as your primary weapon on your hip, and then you leave your great sword on the horse. Sort of like a cop has a pistol on their hip, but they've got their assault rifles in the car, or their
That's a good
shotguns in the
point,
car.
okay.
That's a good point, yeah.
So I've still got my dagger on my bandolier on my chest. I've got my short sword in the sheath where it always was. And I've got my greatsword on the horse, which is the equivalent of the cop's shotgun in the boot.
I got my new scimitar.
Oh, buddy,
on my
the cops
left.
don't put the shotguns in the boot, bro. They put it in that little divider between the driver and the passenger.
Oh, okay.
They're on hand.
Got my scimitar on my left. I got my Steel Team 6 dagger on my right. And I'm wearing a trench coat and I got a fedora because I'm the detective.
Yeah, I've still got my trench coat and my chainmail.
And I'm smoking a pipe.
Nice.
So I ride up to the front of the circus. Is there anyone there to greet, or are they all just like milling around doing their own thing?
They're setting up right now. So people, hungover people, are walking around, pulling out stakes, pulling lines, pulling canvas taut, trying to hammer things in, laying out walkways, putting up little rope stanchions to kind of block people off and divide traffic for when the circus opens in a day or two. This is a preparatory build phase for the circus grounds.
I ride Teresa up next to a tree and jump down off the horse and tie her up to the tree. I like sort of fix my coat, make sure my badge is shiny. I give it a little scrub with the lapel of my coat, and then walk towards the circus. And the first person that I
Pigeon's
can
running to catch up.
make eye contact with, I say, "Greetings there. Is Matilda around?"
The person in question, an extremely hairy woman, jerks a fat thumb over towards this covered wagon. In the back of it, you catch Matilda standing there looking at a map that she's like turning this way and that, and then she like turns to someone and points and, you know, shouts at them, and they go into the covered wagon and start pulling out some shovels and hurry off.
Do I see Miss Redshield anywhere?
No, just her.
Okay.
I'm coming, Luther! Your horse is fast!
Oh shit! Yeah. Okay. I slow down for Pigeon, and then I walk up to the wagon where Matilda is. Heavy boots, you know. So I'm like sort of not stomping, but I'm making myself known, and I say, "Howdy, welcome to Cauldron."
We're the law!
She looks up, passes a charisma check with flying colors, cocks her head to the one side in curiosity, and says, "Aren't you that guy they captured in Thornwood 7 months ago for trying to kill a noblewoman?"
Big misunderstanding.
You're missing a few details there, hon. But I did see you in Thornwood, yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, you're,
I'm the sheriff's
Luther.
what I am. That's right, yeah. Sheriff Luther.
Oh, I'm so sorry. I didn't realize. Mr. Sheriff, are you here to arrest
Nice
me?
to meet you.
Detective Pigeon.
Absolutely not. I'm here to welcome you to Cauldron, and I offer a hand.
She'll shake your hand.
Just want you to know that we're real grateful to have you in the town here. You know, we want to make sure all your performers feel safe. Don't want any trouble. I know how there's a bit of proclivity for drinking amongst these circus types. We ain't got a problem with that. Plenty of taverns around here that sell you a few beers, but don't be causing any trouble, and we won't have any trouble.
Well, I'll cause about as much trouble as you used to. How about that?
Well, that's fair. Yeah, okay.
She
I didn't cause no
smiles
trouble.
and claps you on the shoulder. I'm just giving you a hard time. We're just here to make a couple of bucks, you know? We've been going up and down all over the place. We spent, the start of the winter up near Meadstead, picked up some new animals. You'll notice a couple extra tents around here. I think since last summer, we've about doubled the size of the circus. There's some new things here. It's not just a bunch of acts and plays being thrown on. Now we got freaks, we got animals, we got other performers, we got a sword swallower now. We didn't used to have a sword swallower. Yeah.
I got a question. Should these people be paying taxes?
Absolutely. Well, there are certain taxes that get paid.
Okay.
But
I'm
that's
not going to dig
you're-
into it because that's
you're
not
the
my fucking
detective,
job.
Yeah.
But I'm just curious.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Freaks, you said. I did think that girl was quite hairy that I passed on the way over here.
The bearded woman. Yes, some say she's half dwarf, but her 5'8" stature says otherwise. How can a woman grow so much hair on her face, do you ask?
A real mystery.
Real
Say,
mystery, a wonder of the world. I've been trying to think of a storyline where she was like splashed by magic by the king over in Mystria, and that's how she grew all the hair. But I honestly don't think that's good enough to sell. You know, there needs to be needs some oomph.
Needs to be more to it. Well, you've clearly got an eye for the theatre, so I'll leave that to you. Say, last time I was in your circus, I had the pleasure of meeting your assistant. She healed me of some scrapes and bruises. Miss Redshield? She around?
Oh, you know, everyone that sees the doctor wants to see the doctor again. Isn't that the truth, huh?
Well, she was a fine worker.
She can heal him of his broken heart.
Don't listen to the kid.
Well,
Nothing like that.
She's still in my employ. She's acting as a midwife right now in this very moment. There's a local lady here in Cauldron who is going to be giving birth in the next couple days. So she's with
Very
them.
good.
Or
Very good.
the pregnant woman's with her. I don't know. There's somewhere around. There's a baby involved. It's all very gross. You ever looked into the Maw of the Void there, Sheriff Luther?
Can't say I have. Nope.
Well, it'll change you.
I've been in many a battle in my time, and that's not one that I care to engage in anytime soon.
Do you know how big a baby's head is?
I've
All right,
seen-
I just want you to
they're big.
imagine a baby's head, and then I want you to imagine that little thing between your legs, and I want you to imagine the head coming out, all the full size of it fits through the hips. Have you ever seen that firsthand?
You know, I'm blessed in that area, so I don't understand the struggle some women have with those kind of things.
She claps you on the shoulder again. I'm just giving you a hard time, Sheriff. I'm just giving you a hard time.
That's all right.
Maybe I
No,
should.
we-
Maybe you're a lawman now. I just.
You know,
I want to
I'm
make you
still,
squirm.
I'm still feeling my way into it. Don't worry.
All right.
I'll make you squirm if you know what I'm saying.
She
Gives her a
looks
wink.
over at you. Really?
21.
Well, what are you doing later tonight?
I'm coming to you. That's what I'm doing.
She makes a counter check. Oh. She rolls a natural 1.
Oof.
I don't know how this happens, Pigeon, but I think her eyes actually light up a little bit.
All right, let's go.
Honestly, like there's no way. Pigeon's a weird looking dude. He's kind of awkward. And yet the dice seem to favor Pigeon's love life so
Every
incredibly
time.
well. It's unbelievable.
All
He's
right, Pigeon
lucky in
bangs
love.
her later that night if we don't get anything crazy.
Before we get to that, I'll say to her. So you were in last time I saw you guys were in Thornwood. Have you been there until you came here? Did you go down to Shirebrook in the end?
We left Thornwood a couple days after the big drama. Because what happened there was a big drama. People are talking about it in Thornwood for weeks. We stuck around for another week or so, and then we headed north. Haven't been back yet. This is our return trip south.
Oh yeah, okay. How did you get on in the other towns? Any trouble or anything like that?
A little bit there, a little bit here. Lost a couple of good friends along the way. And picked up some new ones. You know, life is ever changing. People are coming and
See any-
going all the time.
See any bandits on the way here?
Of course.
Oh, where at? We're supposed to deal with them.
Yeah.
Between
You see any bandits?
Stromheim and High Castle, mostly.
Oh, okay. Okay.
It's out of our
Yeah,
jurisdiction.
we keep the roads pretty safe around here these days.
She nods. Oh, except for Misty Rapids, right? That place is a haven
Yeah.
of thieves.
Yeah. That's on our list. You know, we're going to get to that eventually. You know, anyway, Lord Shacklebrook's very glad to have you in town. You know, the people of Cauldron have plenty of coin and looking for some good entertainment to spend it on. So I'm sure your circus will have a great time while it's here. Yeah, we'll probably come back to you on.
Oh, I'll be back tonight, baby.
The whole kind of tax situation. I'm going to have to run that past the Lord. I'm not really sure what the situation with that is, but I'll come back to you on that.
Taxation, huh? Well, what if she goes into the back of the covered wagon, pulls out 10 pieces of gold? What if I just paid you the taxes right now and you just dealt with it from here? How about that?
Well, I'll tell you what I can do. Since we've got a good working relationship from the past, and since you've been so welcoming here to me and my detective, why don't I take that small preliminary fee now, and what I'll do is I'll see if I can make sure to negotiate a favorable rate with the Lord.
That sounds like a great idea. Thank you.
You know, I don't think they should even be taxed.
I elbow Pigeon. All right, just give me 10 gold.
It gives you 10 gold.
Put it on your character
yeah.
sheet, Nick.
We did it. Let's go.
Hey, maybe being the
some money.
sheriffs aren't so bad.
Yeah, all right.
How much money did you make from those old people that you had to kill that one time? It was like 10 gold,
I
right?
remember. Yeah.
Like a
No,
bunch
it
of
was
silver
more
and
than I think.
copper.
It was dog shit, yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I shake her hand and say, well, Matilda, good to see you. And looking forward to seeing the circus when you guys get set up.
Pleasure will be all mine, she says, giving Pigeon a wink.
I give her a wink. I'll see you tonight.
Not if I see you first.
All right. Okay. Can we get a hotness check for her?
Yeah.
I need to know how Luther is going to react to this.
We might have rolled it in the past. If we did, I did not write it down, so we're getting a new check. And if you find her old hotness, I don't care.
Nice.
That was to the chat, not to you two. You guys are great.
Yeah.
Her hotness is 4, 5, 6, 7.
Beggars can't be choosers. Is she of a certain age?
I don't know what of a certain age means.
Well, she's a bit older. I'm thinking that she might not be a looker, but she's lived a circus life. You know, she's going to know some tricks, if you know what I mean.
That's right.
I do believe
Yeah.
she is in her late 30s.
All right, well, there you go. That's not that old.
Pigeon hits
Luther.
it.
Yeah. I say, as we're walking away back to Teresa, I say, I don't know how you do it, Pigeon, but you got a real way with the ladies.
Oh, you know, I'm just gifted. Give him a wink.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, you are. All right, well, you actually going to come back here tonight?
Oh, yeah, I gotta bang that girl.
She's more a
Duh.
woman, you know. All right, well,
Sure.
yeah, you know, you got anything to do this afternoon?
I got a hot date. Well, I got a date.
No, I mean, for
Wouldn't
the rest
call
of
her
today. The rest of today, though, you know.
Well, we gotta do our job, right?
Yeah.
You want to go clean up Misty Rapids?
No, not yet. No, we're
Yeah,
not cut
fuck
out for that
that.
just yet. Yeah. They're not paying taxes over there anyway yet, so
Yeah.
fuck them. All right, well, I get back on the horse.
Yeah.
Can I
most of
ride
your-
too?
I'd love to, but it doesn't look proper, you know.
Oh yeah, I get that.
Yeah.
Most of your days are spent doing the sorts of things that we're probably not going to look at. Like the day-to-day of being a sheriff doesn't actually make for fun role-playing games. It's dealing with like stupid problems of like ordinary people that like have clear answers and aren't fun to role play. So we're gonna pass over the day as you go about your stuff. In fact, we're probably gonna do lots of big time skips because you've got duties that need attending that aren't worth playing into. But we're gonna skip to that evening as Pigeon heads back to the circus.
Got a hit.
You head back in. The circus is set up mostly. All the tents are there. There's maybe like 3 large tents and then 2 dozen maybe smaller tents. They're like individual people's tents. The various wagons have all been like formed in a little block area near some of the more important small tents. Latrines have been dug. There's a couple of little campfires burning. You can hear some music and singing coming from the locals, not the locals, to the circus people doing their own things. You ask around for what tent Mathilda's is. And you walk in, and you're immediately confronted with a body on the floor, laying out in front of you. On her stomach is Mathilda.
No.
And she's dead.
Oh, shit. Oh no!
Okay. I immediately pull out my scimitar and my dagger, and I look around. What do I see?
The small tent. There's a nice cozy bed in here with lots of furs and lots of soft stuff and pillows. There's a very small sort of desk that's more just like a little table that has a couple of bottles on it. There's a pair of glasses that each have some alcohol in them that are, only yay full. There's a nice big rug that she's laid next to but not on. A pool of blood coming out, into the ground, sort of spills or leaches onto the edge of that carpet. There's a chest nearby underneath the table that has been awkwardly opened. You can see that there is a key still in the lock and that the contents of the chest are now empty.
Okay, I'm a Giga Thief, Neil. What do I think would have fit in this chest? Do I think this is an easy chest? If someone's walking around, am I gonna see him with fucking 6 bags?
Well, I mean, you don't have to fill a chest, right?
Yeah.
So the chest wasn't particularly large to begin with, but if there was money, if it was bags of coins, which is a pretty reasonable guess, that stuff, someone might have 3-4 bags of coins, maybe.
What's the weather?
It's pretty moderate day here. It's winter, so it's cold, it's chilly, and it's nighttime. So
No
it's
snow?
Definitely chilly. No snow at this point.
Okay.
But you got a heavy coat pulled around you. It's just above freezing.
Just looking for footprints. I'm gonna. I gotta go get Luther, I guess. As I'm leaving to go get Luther, I will tell people that they are not allowed in the tent. It is official business. She's in there dead. And the sheriff and I are on it. And as I'm leaving, I'm going to be looking for someone with 3 or 4 bags on their hip or a big backpack or anything like that.
Well, there's a lot of people who travel around with big backpacks. Not in the middle of the night, actually. But during the day, carrying a backpack isn't that unusual. Carrying 2 or 3 bags of money at your hip isn't unusual. Yep. Maybe not bulging bags, but yeah. You can make your way back to the city, back to the town, back to your house where Luther is probably chilling for the day, for the evening.
Luther!
Back already, is it?
Get your shit
Never
on,
mind.
Matilda's
Happens to
dead.
anyone. Wait, what?
I went in there
shit.
to bang her, and then she's dead on the ground, and her chest was open. Not her
Oh,
boobies,
fuck.
but her where she had the gold.
I put the cork in my bottle that I've been drinking, and I stand up and neck the rest of my glass of rum or whatever it was that I was drinking. And then I start putting on my chainmail. Say, what was the scene? What did you see?
I give him the scene. She's dead on the ground. There's a key in a chest. As I was walking home, I was looking for anybody with a backpack. They probably stole something. We got to go in and investigate more.
All right, come on. You can ride on the horse. I attach my belt with my short sword.
Mm-hmm.
I attach my bandolier with my Steel Team 6 dagger. I grab my greatsword in the sheath. I leap onto the horse. And then Pigeon can jump on the back and we can ride back to the circus.
All right. You get back to the circus. You can trot up to the tent. And when you go to step inside, the place has been looted. Between the time that you left and the time that you've got back, the furs have been taken, the pillows have been taken, the writing implements on the desk have been taken. The chest hasn't been taken, and the key is still in the chest. But it has definitely been moved aside while people were looking for other stuff. Someone or some people have come through here and stripped anything of value out of this place.
You got to do what you got to do.
What's the wait? Is the camp can you walk in and out of the camp in any direction?
Yeah, ish. There are some tents, but there's some ropes to mark off territory, but you can just step over those ropes. There are very few proper walls.
On the outside, can I give you some sort of check to see if there's a blood trail? If you stab someone, blood's gonna get on your blade or something like that. I'm looking for kind of anything. I don't know if you want a perception check or tracking.
while he's doing that as well, is there any like concerned people like peering into the tent that look like do-gooders that are concerned?
You go into the tent, you see everything's been looted, you step back around, Pigeon starts looking on the ground for blood stains or something to follow. You look around for the people, and there are other tents sort of nearby, but the people within them, either you can't see them because like the entryways aren't towards you, or the flaps are down, or they're already passed out in a sleep.
What I want to do is I want to ask someone who will know to go and get Miss Redshield if she's around. So I try and find someone who's going to know where. Who seems like a nice person that would help me.
Yeah, you can just throw open the flap to the closest tent to you.
Yeah. Okay, yeah. Hey, can one of you help me out? I'm looking for Miss Redshield. I'm the sheriff in town, and Matilda has been killed.
They
I need
quickly
to speak to her assistant.
They get up out of the tent. They see that you actually have your little pin on. They look into the tent, see her body on the ground, and give a big gulp. Yeah.
You know where she is? She's working as a midwife or something in town.
Yeah. I can go fetch her.
Thanks very much.
They hurry off.
Right, I leave that tent and go back to. I go back to looking around the crime scene while Pigeon does his blood scatter analysis.
Pigeon, I need you to make me a tracking check.
Alrighty.
Let me tell you the modifiers that are going to be on it before you roll it. You don't mind?
Yeah.
So the ground here, it has occasional signs of passage. This is normal ground, so 0 modifier for the ground type. It's not rocky or shallow water. For every 2 creatures that make a trail, there's a +1 bonus. I'm not going to tell you what the bonus is, so you can do backwards math and figure out what blah. There's a penalty of 1 for every 12 hours since the trail was made. There's a penalty for poor lighting, which we have right now because it is Monday, February 1st, which is a new moon, and it's winter, so there's no stars in the sky. So
can we not get a torch or something?
If you get a torch, that'll help a lot. Without the torch, you're gonna have a -6 on the check.
I'm sure someone out here has a torch, and I'm going to confiscate it and commandeer it. That's the word.
The tent that Luther was just in, you can like go in there and rustle through some people's stuff and grab a lantern or grab a torch. Yeah.
I'll how much gold do I have?
Why don't you roll me a d20?
Shall I do the same?
I got 11 gold. I'll leave 1.
Luther, why don't you roll me a d50?
Yeah, let's go. Oh.
I should have had you roll 2d20.
I'll roll 2d20 if you want.
Well, no, you already rolled the d50. It turned out 5. Pigeon's got 11, you've got 5. Yeah.
I'm better with my money. Okay, I leave him a gold in like where the lantern was. I take the lantern, I light it, and I'll give you my check. Just a flat check then?
Just a flat check, yeah.
Alrighty, gotta find it. There it is. That's a 29.
That is an excellent roll.
Before whatever modifiers are.
Yeah. So sure enough, there are some tracks leading in and out of this tent. You can pretty quickly discern the ones from you and Luther because they head in the same direction. There's like a lot of foot flow in the area, but there is. The tracks are not so much tracks as they are a couple of drops of blood. Not a lot. It's not like, a stuck pig that's just bleeding everywhere, but you catch one set of blood that's like right by a footprint. And you can follow these footprints, and they'll take you to a tent on the other side of camp.
Okay. I would have obviously brought Luther with me because I'm not a fucking moron.
So you find that it leads to a tent, then you come back.
No, I would have, once I saw the trail, I would have started to bring you with me. So I would be like, Luther, I got a trail, come on.
Okay. I just pop my head into the other tent and tell the remaining person if there is someone in there. If Miss Redshield gets here, tell her to just wait in there.
Mm-hmm. Done.
With the body.
I
Okay.
grab my greatsword off the horse.
I will get us to the tent, and then I will pull out my scimitar and my dagger, and I will motion for you to do your job. I mean, I assume you're going to be the one who wants to go in. I'll actually circle around back, Neil. He'll go from the front. I'll go around back because I know how tents work.
Nice. Is the door open or closed in this tent?
This tent has open flaps. Yes. There is,
Is that light inside or not?
There is a candle that's like sort of fluttering in the cold wind. There's big furs laid out on the ground. There's a big bottle of booze that's sort of like knocked over as well. And there is a hulking, muscle-bound, hairy figure wearing not but a loincloth and his boots, his fur boots, that is sort of like passed out at the edge of the rug with his hand right next to a bottle.
Okay, so yeah, I come in. I've got my greatsword in my hands.
I come in the back.
Yeah, the tent is small. It's only like 10 feet by 5 feet.
I scan the room looking for coin.
Yeah. Well, we just looking with our eyes, or are we moving things with our hands?
I think
I'm gonna
no.
do something as well.
I'm like looking with my eyes, but I'm standing next to the sleeping guy with my greatsword, and I'm thinking that like it's not been that long for him to be passed out, and it seems pretty fucking stupid if he's just killed Matilda to be.
It is odd.
Passed out drunk here.
I have rope use, Neil. I don't know if I can do this, so you tell me. I'm gonna prepare a knot, and then I'm gonna kind of try to sneakily place it on his hand, and then when I pull it, I would hope that the knot would go tight. And that's probably when he's going to wake up.
Yeah, give me a pickpockets check. Luther, you don't see any money out in the open.
A pickpockets check, not a dex check? Or a rope
This is
use
a
check?
pickpockets check. You are picking the pockets of a sleeping person.
24!
There you go. Yeah, you get the rope on the hand, and you give it a tug, and it jerks them. And,
All right, as that happens, then I kick him over onto his front.
right. The guy grunts, he rolls, one hand gets pulled up, he begins to stagger up towards his feet, and as he does so, you realize this guy's like 6'7". This guy's got 18 strength, definitely. There's like no way he doesn't have 18 strength. He looks like, something out of Conan. He looks like a huge muscle-bound barbarian. And the tent here is not that tall of a tent, so when he actually stands up to his full height, he begins to like offset the tent's fabric from the sticks that it's laying on, and
wait. I don't think he's standing up, is he? I kick him over onto his back.
Yeah, you kick him over onto his back, and then he like starts to get up, and he's like,
Stay where you are. Stay where you are.
You have an opportunity to make an opportunity attack if you'd like, because he continues to stand.
Yeah, okay. I kick him back down onto the floor.
With your weapon. I mean, with
my feet. With my foot, I kick him back down onto the ground. I say, stay on the floor.
Give me
the rope.
Give me an opposed strength check. Yeah.
Both of us, or just him?
Just Luther. Yeah, he'll roll 34 to your 20. You go to kick him, and he just rises and lifts the tent a bit with him.
Holy shit.
You're under detainment, buddy. We got questions.
Who are you?
I'm
what
the
are
sheriff.
you doing in my tent?
I'm the sheriff here. Matilda is dead. We need to talk to you.
He looks at the rope on his hand, and it takes a moment for his eyes to follow the rope over towards where Pigeon is. And then he wraps his wrist around the rope and yoinks on Pigeon.
Wait, did you not tie his hands together?
Well, that was the goal. Yeah.
He just did the one, and then he...
Wait, really?
Oh, wait, hold on. And now what I wanted to do was I wanted to get both of his hands and then tie it. That was the goal. Not one hand.
Oh, I heard I want to put the rope around one hand.
Oh, no.
You
that's
wanted
not
to get a hold of him so he couldn't go anywhere.
No, I meant his hands. I wanted to bind his hands and then yank it.
Got it.
Even then, I think all of this could still happen. Is that okay?
Does that change his reaction?
I think he just would have a better chance to wake up while you were trying. If you were trying to bind both hands instead of just one,
Do you want another check, or do you want to?
Let me
19,
just look
surely
at the
you're
rules
fine.
here. Let me look at the.
This guy's unarmed. There's no way he wins this fight. If he wants to try and fight. Hopefully we don't have
Well,
to
if he
kill
wants to try and fight, he's an idiot.
him. Yeah.
I'm fine fighting.
Yeah, sure. I don't think...
I don't even think he did it.
No, it's too
That's the
obvious, isn't
thing.
it? Yeah. It's wise to tie his hands, though, because this guy could be unruly.
That's what I was. Yeah, that was the goal.
Yeah, I think with the modifiers for getting both arms, you would have failed your check. It would be at least a -4 for difficult access, and yeah.
So does that mean he
Check
wakes up
again.
while he's
Oh,
being
yeah,
tied,
yeah,
or...
yeah.
Yeah, I think Luther or Pigeon is like bringing the two hands together, and that's when the guy's like, "What?" And he just like moves Pigeon's hands and begins to
That makes
stand up.
sense.
Everything else proceeds from here. He doesn't loop his hands around the rope because the rope is
Okay.
not on him.
Cool.
I'm the Sheriff of Cauldron. I need to ask you some questions.
I pull out my swords now.
We don't... Let's not make this more difficult than it needs to be. Why don't you just take a seat so we can chat?
What is sheriff?
The law.
My people only have laws of wind and earth.
What? Did you kill Matilda? Why is there blood leading to your tent?
Who are you? You look like Owl. Are you a man of Owl?
I'm a man who's gonna gut you if you don't fucking start talking.
Little man with big heart. I like you, dwarf.
Thank you.
Get out of
The sooner
my
you answer our
tent.
the sooner you answer our questions, the sooner you can go back to sleep.
I'll take a round
I-
here, Neil, to look to see if I can find any blood or a murder weepon in here.
Well, I think
so if he
it's
gets
time
attack
to
off, then
roll
he-
initiative at this moment
Holy
in time
fuck,
because
really?
this he's a big old barbarian.
Nice.
He doesn't even know what a
Small
sheriff
barbarian.
is.
He's asking for trouble, this dude.
I
Well,
I think barbarians are known to chafe under the law of the land. I think that's actually kind of their thing. Yeah.
If we're rolling
Yeah.
initiative, then I'm getting the vibe this guy's about to fight.
Yeah, he does not have an axe.
Yeah.
Armor. He's pretty much naked. But here's a token
I'm
for
not
him.
going to roll with my greatsword because I don't want to kill him.
Mm-hmm.
So I just roll like normal initiative.
Right. Pigeon, you are first. You see this guy, Luther's being so reasonable. He's like, hey, I want to just talk to you and ask you some questions. And this big barbarian's taking it very, very personally. And he looks like he's about to make a move, but he hasn't
Yeah,
made
we
a
gotta
move
subdue
yet.
this fucking loser. So I'm going to attack him with my scimitar. I believe all of these to hit should be correct. So here you go. That's a 15.
That's a fine hit. You slash him across
For
his
5?
naked backside. He will take 5 points of damage.
Can we
I'm
see a
gonna-
health bar?
Yes, I need to roll his HP.
We gotta subdue this motherfucker.
Yeah.
He will take 5.
Okay, and then I go
Which is
for
a
the
substantial fraction of his health.
Steel Team 6 dagger stab. Here you go. That's a 22
22 is a great hit.
for 1.
All right, 1 point of damage. Luther, it's your turn.
All right. I drop my greatsword
Mm-hmm.
and I tackle him.
Make me roll to hit. I'll even give you +1 for his large size.
Nice.
Wow,
Wow, 6. That's pretty high roll for me.
Pretty bad.
Yeah.
It's dark. Pigeon had
Classic
a torch for a
Nick
little
roll.
while, but he dropped it so he could draw his weapons, and so now it's getting pretty dark. And as you go to tackle him, he just puts out a hand and pushes you away. And it's his turn. He turns towards Pigeon, and he goes to wrap his arms around Pigeon, provoking an opportunity attack at +4
right.
to hit.
All right, here's my scimitar at +4. Natural 20.
Oh, natural 20. Critical hit.
And crit table for 12.
12 points of damage, which is enough to bring him down.
Thank God.
Fuck.
I'll give him a saving throw real quick here. It's a failure. I'll roll me 2d4 for severity. And it won't really
Is it
matter
still
unless you roll super
2d4?
high.
Then it's a scimitar?
Yeah, because it's the same size, so it's 2d4.
It's medium size.
Yeah, same as the
Okay,
man.
sorry. 4.
Yeah, we're not going to worry about it. It's some minor thing. He's unconscious, though.
Good.
And the battle is over almost as quickly as it started. Some of the people from nearby tents are bound to have heard the ruckus, but maybe they think it's just ordinary circus folk ruckus.
Is he bleeding out?
I don't know. You haven't looked at the body. The lighting is bad. The tent is beginning to fall down because he disturbed its setup with his girth and height.
Well, I think we should still be in initiative then.
Yeah.
So go ahead, Luther.
What's my turn? Is the tent actually falling down or?
Yeah, he's definitely disrupted. It wasn't put up very well the first time, and he's knocked over some things. And it's fallen to pieces.
Just pull it off.
I attempt to maintain the structural integrity of the tent with my turn.
Okay. Yeah, you can cap shit from falling.
Yeah.
Come over here, adjust this, adjust that. Like put the tent back into place. Pigeon.
Okay. Yeah.
I'm going to. I'm gonna spend my round looking around for. I'm gonna go outside and I'm gonna see if anybody's running around, like running to fucking come in here and gut us, or running to leave. I'm gonna
new moon, no night sky, winter night, so no stars in the sky. You can't.
I'll
really
pick up
see
my
anything.
lantern from outside.
The torch that
idea.
you picked up really only sheds light in the immediate area around you. There's no one in the 15 feet around you.
Well, I'm gonna stay outside with my scimitar in one hand and it was a lantern we said earlier, but if you want it to be a torch, it's fine.
I think I said torch. Yeah.
Okay, then I'm fucked up. Then I'll pick up the torch, I'll hold it out, and I'll hold the scimitar, and I'll be ready in case someone comes up to fuck us up.
Well, no one comes to fuck you up.
I check the guy's body. Can I see now with the torchlight?
Yeah, you can see now that he is indeed bleeding.
Fuck. Okay. I drag him out of the tent.
Mm-hmm. Yep. You drag him right out of the tent.
Like I shout, like, wait, no. Can I attempt to bandage him?
Yeah. Yeah, you can start grabbing things from inside the tent to like patch up his wounds or pull his loincloth over his. You look at this and he's got like a huge slash across his belly where the scimitar crit him. He's got a slash across his back and a stab across his back. The man has been badly fucked up by weapons.
Can I bandage him or?
Yes,
or
you
not?
bandage him. I just want to describe the
No,
wounds on
fine.
the
I
body.
just wasn't sure if you were going to make me roll the in check
No.
to
He's
the
bandaged.
bandaging. Okay, fine. Whew. Good job.
You hold out here, Luther. I'll search inside.
Yeah. Give me that rope.
I give you the rope, and I will go inside, Neil, and I will start ransacking, looking for the
tie the
bloody
guy's
weapon,
hands.
looking for anything that would have came from Matilda's tent, etc.
Well, it doesn't take too long for you to find a whole stack of weapons in a chest nearby. There are javelins, there are swords, there are axes, there are hatchets. There's all sorts of stuff. And sitting on top of all of these weapons is a bloody kris. It's one of those daggers with the wavy blades. Yeah, it's not like dripping with blood. It's clear that someone has tried to like wipe off the blood, but you have 17 perception. I probably should have called for a perception check here, actually, now that I'm thinking about it. But if you're looking for bloodied weapons, like you said you were, you'll turn this over and you only have a 20% chance of not noticing that like there's blood on the handle. And those little decorative grooves that you make across the handle that kind of like dip in, there's a little bit of blood spread through some of these where like someone tried to wipe off and like got the blood off the blade but didn't quite get it out of the handle.
Yep. So now I know this guy's probably being set up. He was asleep. I tell Luther, I gotta let me look for passage out here. We're a bit outside of camp. Let me see if there's a trail from here.
What did you find?
I found a bloody dagger, but I don't think this guy would use it. Look at him.
Shit.
So now
think
here,
somebody put it
Neil. Say again, Neil. Say again, Nick.
You think someone put it there?
I do.
All right.
Why would he
All right,
use
yeah.
a dagger? I mean, look at this fucking guy. His hand wouldn't even fit around a dagger.
He was too drunk to have just done that as well. Like I like put my nose next to his mouth. Neil, can I smell like alcohol on him?
A little bit, but not the amount that you're expecting.
Okay.
I'm gonna
What was the bottle? Sorry, mate. What was the bottle of alcohol in the tent?
Straight vodka.
Is it how empty is it?
It looks like it got tipped over, and so it's almost completely empty, but you don't know how much of that has been like drained because it was tipped.
I like sniff the floor next to where it would have fallen.
It's pretty. I mean, it smells like vodka.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. I tie this guy up anyway, just on the off chance that he somehow rolls a 20 and wakes up. Maybe he's operating on 5e. You know, so
He's a barbarian. So
just make sure. Yeah.
I'm gonna do another track, or I'm gonna do whatever you want. But I'm gonna basically look for footprints directly from here, leading somewhere else. My current theory is someone stashed this here to blame him, and they're on the loose. They should have a handkerchief with blood on it or something.
Because we don't see any coins, do we?
Well,
I didn't.
you found the daggers and just stopped looking.
I did stop looking, but
You
I'm.
want to
okay,
keep searching
well,
the place?
I don't.
No,
I wanna,
knowing the story, I will keep searching the place for coins, just in case Lucas is wrong.
Yeah.
But I will let Pigeon look for footprints out of here.
You will absolutely find 5 bags of coins, 3 of gold, 2 of silver, just like shoved underneath one of those big blankets that sits on the ground that the chest with all the weapons was on, and then like lifted up the corner and just shoved the money under and dropped the corner.
So as Pigeon's looking around the tent for more footprints, I find all the coins and I go, Pigeon, get in here.
I'm gonna keep looking. You come out here.
All right. I found the coins.
Nah, this guy's being set up, man.
Well, whoever it is did a poor job of it, and they
Go
stashed all the loot
Check
here.
his hands while I keep looking for the footprints.
It's about
See if there's
now
any blood.
that a few of these people who live and work at the circus are coming on over. It's the bearded woman again. There's the tall dwarf. He looks like a dwarf. You're pretty certain he's a dwarf, but he's 5 feet tall. Real bizarre sight to behold. There's also an Aarakocra here as well, a flying bird man. That's right. And then just like a tall, skinny guy. He's otherwise, just a tall, skinny dude.
Well, I come out of the tent and I say, all right, folks, show's over. Someone's been murdered. We're investigating. I encourage you all to go back to your tents and go back to what you were doing.
Is that Czar? Is it Czar? Is he dead?
He's not dead. He's not dead. He's fine.
I need
He
you to
doesn't
back up
look
off my
fine.
scene. I need you to back up off my scene.
They back off.
He's just,
yeah.
he's a little hurt. He tried to attack me, and I had to put him back in his place.
They back off. Some of them go back to a different tent. Some of them just sort of recede into the darkness outside of the torchlight. But you think you can hear them out there still?
Lucky for me, everyone's going to believe that I was the one who fought him and not Pigeon, surely. So it's fine. I'll take that particular glory. I will go and confiscate the man's chest with his weapons in it. Yeah.
Yeah.
I go and shove all the gold in that,
Perfect.
and I drag it out.
Luther,
and I
check
keep
his
it.
hands, man.
Yeah. Well, I secure all the loot in a corner in the tent somewhere where I'm next to it, and then I'll check Czar's big meaty hands for blood.
His hands are covered with scars and calluses, and they're like the big meaty hands of someone who's worked with their hands their whole life. He's got numerous little cuts all over them, and there's there's no fresh blood on the hands. There's no like big blood stain anywhere. And even if there
He's being
was,
set up.
he's got he's got chronic injuries on his hands from just being a rough lifestyle.
I would like to make a charisma check now. I'm thinking back to when he saw me and I started saying I was the law and stuff like that. There was no like panic in his eyes. He didn't seem like someone who just murdered someone and was trying to hide, right? I mean, I'll roll a charisma check, but I feel like I would know. I would be able to tell. So I think that Pigeon's theory that he's being set up makes sense with how this fella reacted.
Someone who
Also-
doesn't like the circus.
Unless he's
gotta-
the stupidest guy in the world. Like, why would he immediately go and get drunk after doing that?
You've got two things going for you here, because you've grown up on the streets, you've grown up in dangerous times, dangerous places, and you know that you got the smart criminals who, like, if they commit murder, they clean up after themselves, and then you've got the dumb criminals who aren't really thinking about consequences, and they are just living in the moment, and then they just move on, right? So this guy, if he's supposed to be like a proper murderer criminal who's trying to kill someone and take their stuff, he's got to be the dumbest man on earth. It's
And
either
dumb
that-
people don't wipe the blade.
Either that, or he is like a proper barbarian and had some squabble and just solved it by killing the person he had a squabble with, and then like went about his day because that's just the
Nah.
life that he lives.
Killed his boss? Doesn't make any sense.
Nope.
Well,
And
I
it doesn't
will-
make sense in a
Pigeon-
civilized world. And
Pigeon's right. He's wiped the blade. So
Yeah.
yeah,
I will do
but
a-
also you don't want to leave blood on your blade. A warrior would never. Blood will rust your blade real fast. You'd always
true.
want to wipe
Is there a
that off.
handkerchief in here? Well, I'm not gonna look. I'm looking specifically for tracks leading from this tent
Yeah,
that aren't
yeah.
this guy's fucking size, because he
Right.
should be pretty easy to tell.
You know,
Oh,
and
that's
where
a
they
good
go.
point. That's a good.
They
That's
were
a good
building
point.
camp today. There's a lot of tracks everywhere.
The tracks that we followed here,
Mm-hmm.
are they? Do they match this guy's presumably fucking gargantuan feet?
They do.
Really?
Well, as we said, there's a lot of tracks, and his tracks are going to be the biggest, most obvious tracks aside from animals, because he's a
But
big
his
guy.
tracks go from there to fucking here. I
They
mean,
do. His tracks do go from there to here. 100%.
And then blood. I'm
there
thinking
was
this
blood.
guy now did it. So I'll do a better search of his tent now. And I'm going to look for more evidence to come to the conclusion. I'm going to look for the thing that he used to wipe the blood off.
There's a bloody rag in here.
Can you, Pigeon? Are you alright to secure the scene? I'm gonna go and talk to the people in the tents next to
Yeah,
Matilda's and see if they heard anything.
I'll secure the scene.
All right.
I'm going to
head
tie
back
this
over
guy's
to
legs up too.
to the tent where I told Red Shield to wait.
Yeah, you make your way back in. Someone has brought out a torch and put it in the stanchion, no, in the sconce outside the tent. You can find not Matilda, what's her name? Annabelle Redshield Jr., the second, something like that, the third, whatever, the cousin, inside the tent, performing
Along
like
with two other people, is there?
nope, she's in there alone. She must have either dismissed them or they're in the tent next door or something like that.
Wait,
she's
is
there
this
by herself.
Matilda's tent or the tent next door?
Matilda's tent.
Oh, okay. No, I actually want to go to the tent next door.
Well, you will see Matilda's tent has a torch out front, and you can see Annabelle inside of it looking at the body.
Yeah. I'm just gonna ignore that for a second. I'm just gonna go in the
Perfect.
tent next door.
Yeah, there's two dudes there.
Hey,
Hey,
you thanks for getting Miss Redshield. I appreciate that. Say, you hear anything suspicious in the last few hours? Any noise coming from her tent?
some arguing.
Yeah, you know who it was?
Obviously, it was Czar. You know, he's a big guy. He was saying, "You don't pay me enough. There's no fighting. The fightings aren't challenges." You know, they were having a bit of a squabble.
You think Zar's the kind of guy that would just kill her in the heat of the moment like that?
I mean, have you had a conversation with him? He's a barbarian
I've-
from the Northlands. He's from the Hemderkas Hills. They
I've had
they
more
live
than a
like
conversation
wild.
with him.
Yeah, well,
Well, at least he got a challenging fight eventually.
they grow quiet and don't ask any questions.
Damn.
All right.
He did
Well-
that shit.
It's like it's cut and dry case. Thanks for your help.
Even if it wasn't a cut and dry case, I was
That's
actually
enough
about to
for me.
say, I think Pigeon's done. Yeah, like
Yeah.
he has a like that. Like we've done it. We got the fucking criminal. Like even if it's not him, like we did our job. Fuck it.
No one would question this. I mean, one, he's a foreigner. Two, he's a barbarian. Three, there was tracks leading from her tent. Four, a witness heard him. Five,
did
the
more
murder
than
weapon
probably they
and
would
the
back in the
loot is in
day.
the tent. And six, he attacked us on sight. I mean, it's
Yeah.
literally, it's open and
It's
shut.
shut and
Case
it's open and
complete.
shut.
All right, I head out and I head into Matilda's tent
Yeah,
to
there
go see
is
Miss Redshield.
Annabelle Redshield, she has a rolled body over, closed the eyes, put a coin over each eye, a little copper coin over each eye, and, you know, it has tidied up the large dagger wound that runs right through Matilda's sternum.
Annabelle, thanks for that. You didn't have to do all that, but it's appreciated. It's good to see you again.
She dips her head and says, "Of course, Sheriff." And then when you say it's good to see you again, she like squints at you and goes, "Oh!" and gets to her feet.
It's been a strange 6 months.
"You're the gentleman who was wounded in Thornwood," she says politely, not referencing your capture.
That's right. Yeah, we spoke a little bit about my occupation in Stromheim, if you remember.
I do. We went through Stromheim many months ago, and I didn't look you up.
Oh, well, I wasn't there anyway. I was otherwise disposed. I'm working here now.
I thought that might have been the case.
Yeah. Well, like I said, it's been a weird 6 months, but it is good to see you again. I'm sorry it's under such strained circumstances. Sorry about your loss here. You know, there's a big guy across the way. I think he goes by the name of Czar. You know him?
I do. He's a recent addition to the circus.
Yeah, it was a big mistake, it looks like, because I think he's the one that did this. Guys next door heard them arguing. Tracks leading from the tent over to his, and in there's a bloody dagger and some stolen coins.
She looks down at the body. Well, at least she died doing what she loved.
What's that?
Traveling the world and getting into trouble and having a good time.
Comes for us all eventually. But what's going to happen with the circus?
Why, I'm not sure.
Someone's going to have to take over, no? There's like, and I stop and think and say, there's like 3 bags of coins that this guy's stolen and I got to return somewhere.
You know, Matilda ran everything. This was her enterprise. I helped, you know, organize some logistics, but I don't know if there's anyone who's qualified to take over. I'm very grateful to the people who have taken me in and given me a meaningful life. But organization is not their strong suit. Mm. And Matilda kept everyone in line. You know, a situation like this, there's a lot of combativeness with the nature of the work. The interpersonal problems are plentiful. I suppose everything might just disband if she's gone.
Yeah, well, I'm worried about people not getting paid, you know? Someone's going to have to, if the circus is going to disband, someone's going to have to make sure that it happens in an orderly fashion. You know what I mean? I
think it would be my responsibility to see everyone paid out. Yeah, the animals, I'll take care of that. Thank you, Sheriff.
Matilda got some paperwork in here or something like that that details everyone's wages and
she
what
looks
the circus
around.
owns.
If Czar must have taken everything. This place has been picked clean. Everything's gone.
Yeah, but you know, how much is wages and how much maybe needs to go to her family and things like that?
I'm sure I can handle it on my own. Unless you would think it's your responsibility, she says hopefully.
Yeah, it might be, you know, because there's going to be some costs for the town in terms of sorting this whole thing out, you know. So why don't we handle it together? Why don't we handle it together?
We confiscate the money, and then, you know, if anybody comes looking for it.
One day as cops.
What?
This is what they do. This is being a cop, Neil.
Civil asset forfeiture, guys.
Yeah, we're just...
While you're still in town, why don't you meet me at the tavern tomorrow night and we'll talk it through. I'll have a word with the Lord. We'll see what the procedure is in a situation like this, because I've not been a sheriff very long, but would you believe it, this is the first time something like this has happened to me, so I'll work out how these things work out, and then hopefully I can handle it all and you don't need to worry yourself. And or if I do need you, you know, we can work out who needs to do what. And hopefully, I don't know, what are you going to do after this? Maybe we can chat about that too.
She smiles, that sort of polite smile you give to someone in charge when you just want to make sure everything goes smoothly.
Yeah.
Gives a nod of the head and says, of course. Do you need to see the body for any reason?
I shrug. No, I think we got everything we need. You can deal with that, I assume?
I can. I'll try to catch the gravedigger in the morning or something. Send someone for the gravedigger, perhaps.
No, it's all right. I'll send him over here.
Okay.
You got like a tarp or a sheet that I could use? I'm gonna have to drag this Czar fella to the dungeon. A stretcher, maybe? Something like that?
I think there's a stretcher that's used in one of the acts where someone gets hit over the head and they get taken off. I can have someone... I'll go get it. She
Thanks
comes
very
back
much. I'll
a
bring
few-
it back in
little
the
bit
morning.
later. Yeah, she comes back a little bit later with someone carrying the stretcher. You guys can pile Czar on.
I pile the chest on too.
Man, he's heavy. He's like 300
He's a
pounds.
big guy. Yeah.
Yeah, you're gonna need a
I
couple
mean,
of folks. You're gonna need 4 people to carry the stretcher.
No. We attach him. We tie him to the stretcher. We tie it to the horse.
You just drag him.
Yeah, fuck this guy.
Yeah, fuck this guy. Yeah. I mean, he's on the stretcher, so hopefully he's not getting, like, killed.
If he dies, that's open and shut. I mean, that's cleaner. We don't have to house him. We don't have to feed him.
Well, by the time you get back to the dungeon, the being dragged from the circus to the dungeon definitely restarted his bleeding, and he did not make it to the dungeon.
Wait, no, come on. We weren't going to kill him.
You weren't going to kill him. Yeah.
No, I know. In my head, it was working. It was okay. We could go slow, and it wasn't. If it's obvious that this is going to, or if it's even a decent chance that it's going to kill him, I won't do it. I don't want him to die.
Then you definitely shouldn't drag him behind the horse. Yeah.
Okay. All right, fine.
We'll employ
So, in
people.
fact,
Like, I'll give him gold to fucking do it.
No, we don't have to pay anyone. I get a couple of guys from the circus to help us carry him.
Yeah. It's late. They're tired, but you're the sheriff and he's a body, and you know, a couple of folks, when you first ask around, like cross their arms defiantly and look at you like, I'm not helping the law do nothing. And then after a moment of silence, a couple of people will volunteer rather than get in a confrontation with the authorities.
This is your fucking mess. You guys did this shit, so now you gotta clean it up. Get up.
All right,
help
kid.
us.
Yeah, thanks for the help, though. All right, come on. It's not too far of a walk.
Okay. You guys
right,
drag
so-
him to the dungeons.
And
Pigeon
we
can
drag
ride the horse. I will help carry
chest,
Czar.
or we bring the chest
Right.
Yeah, we bring the chests, obviously. The chest with all the weapons and all the
and all the
coins.
money
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
confiscated.
confiscated.
Okay.
I'm just trying to think if there's anything else I want to do before we leave camp. I think this is open and shut. I mean, he did it. He's a bad guy. As we're leaving, I'll say, "Hey, you guys gotta pack up. You gotta get the fuck out of here. we can't have you guys living here now. You know.
I mean,
So
they can stay
get
for.
moving
They can
in
stay
the
for a bit.
morning."
Pigeon hassles the circus folk, telling them to get out of town. You guys eventually make your way to the dungeons. You got to go through the castle walls, which are very close to being done right now. The castle's like almost completed at this point in time. Just the last like finishing works, you know.
I give a gold piece to the 2 guys that helped me carry the body.
Great. Take it off your sheet.
Yeah. All right.
The guard at the night watchman on the gate will recognize the 2 of you, and once the other people, well, they'll let everyone bring the body in, and as long as you stay with them, you know that you can they can walk with you through the castle, but you're supposed to keep an eye on these people when they come in, and you're supposed to escort them back out again.
We'll do that.
Where is the dungeon? Is it like down a set of spiral stairs or something?
It's within the castle. It's down a switchback staircase, not a spiral.
Okay, so I get him down the stairs. I say to the keeper, the guy on the dungeon like spells a murderer?
There's no one on the dungeon at night. They just
Oh, okay.
they just lock them up and throw away the key. There's no need
where's
to
the
keep
key? Is there keys for the cells that I can grab?
There are, yes. The
Okay,
keys are
yeah.
just
All right.
kept nearby for easy access.
We throw him in one of the cells. I take the key. I lock him in the cell. I fill a bowl up with. Get 2 bowls, one with some. Actually, no. I just throw an empty bucket in there. Fuck him. He'll be fine.
It'll be fine. Yeah.
Yeah. I cut the rope on his legs.
Sure.
Yeah, but not on his arms.
Okay.
No, fuck it. He needs to be able to. No, actually, it'll be okay. Yeah, I just cut the ones on his legs.
I undo the
And
rope
then-
because one of them is my
Oh,
fucking
okay.
silken rope.
Okay.
Yeah.
Sure. You
And
undo
then,
the ropes. He's freed.
Escort the fellas back out, hand them the gold piece, and then tell them to go back to the circus.
Is it 1 gold split between the 3 of them?
Oh, there was 3. No, it was 1 gold each.
Okay. Yeah. Yeah. It's 4 handles
Yeah,
to
yeah.
be held. Yeah. Cool.
All right, and then I will write a short report as to our evidence.
Well,
So
you
I will
could write
say-
a report, or you could just give it verbally, because paper is expensive and it takes time.
Oh, okay. I don't
There's-
have a little police notebook. No.
The job did not come with these things. If you would like to finance your own paper and notebook and keep your own records, like that is a good civic duty thing to do, police officer.
I
sheriff.
think I am going to
I
do
think we
that.
should, yeah.
We just come into some money as well. So
I'll open this.
Well, for now you don't have it. Maybe this will finance your notebook to start.
that's what I'm thinking. Yeah.
Cool.
I'll open the chest and how much gold do we got here?
Well,
Yeah.
why don't we
Silver.
take a short break and we'll come back on the other side with a little more Hardly Heroes.
Perfect.
Hello, everybody. So, money in the bags.
Yeah.
There
So
were-
we do this in the dungeon, away from prying eyes. In the dungeon or in a
We got a
separate
plan,
room.
Neil.
Yeah.
Okay.
Wait, do we have a sheriff's office?
There is. Yes, there is a sheriff's office.
We do it in the sheriff's office.
We
Then.
go there then. Yeah.
Okay.
We take it to the sheriff's office. We unpack all of the weapons and we count the coins first.
I got the calculator, Nick. Get ready.
Hit me with the cold hard facts.
Hit me with the
All right.
facts, bro.
Let's get our what's good looting money. How about skyship? Here we go. You open up the box. Ah, weapons and money. It's everywhere. There's 5 bags of cash in here. There's 2 bags with 50 gold each. Now, as your characters know, everyone wants gold. Not everyone gets gold, especially a traveling circus. You're getting paid in copper and silver. So 50 GP in 2 bags. It's a lot
That's
of
not for wages.
gold lying around.
It's 100 gold, right?
Yeah, 100
Yeah.
gold. And there's another bag with 15, so it's 115 GP.
Okay. Good to know.
There's 1 bag of 40 silver and 1 bag of 38 copper.
All right.
I say we just give the silver and the copper back to the circus for wages and keep the gold.
Yes, but what are we doing with the gold, Nick?
We are splitting the gold in 3 nil. So it's going to be 40, 35, and 40.
Yep.
We're going to give 40 to Shacklebrook.
Mm-hmm.
We're going to take 40 for ourselves.
That's right.
And I'm going to keep 35 in our policing fund, which is
For
to
the
pay
job.
That's for armor repairs or buying notebooks, buying cool little hats, important things for the job.
yeah. Spy glasses.
Right, so you're
Spike
giving
would have built up with that.
34.8% to Lord Shacklebrook.
That's right.
Yeah.
1 for him, 1 for us, 1 for the job. That's how it's going to be
Nice.
going forward. And then 1 for whoever the fuck else maybe, which is what we're doing with the silver and the copper.
There's no way
we
that
actually differentiating between your money and the money for your job?
Yeah.
Yeah, I would like to have it as a wealth and hoard for the money for the job, and then our money will be in our personal wealth.
Okay. Okay.
Okay. So for now, I'm going to keep the 40 gold for Shacklebrook. I'm going to give that to him tomorrow.
And I'm going to put 20 on my character sheet, Nick, and you put 20 on yours?
Oh, okay. Yeah. I've
And
got
then-
40 in my hoard.
On your hoard, you have the 40. All right,
Yeah.
so you're going to track the money. Perfect.
No, it's 35 in the hoard, isn't it?
That's correct. Yeah, 30.
Yeah.
35.
Okay, and then I've got the silver and the copper, Neil, which I will give to Miss Redshield tomorrow to pay for the wages.
Okay. Perfect.
All right, and the weapons, I do a quick appraisal check on all the weapons.
You know, they're all pretty good weapons and pretty good shape. There's a bunch of them. You could sell them for cash. You could keep them yourself. You could give them to Lord Shacklebrook.
Give 'em to Lord
It'd be
Shacklebrook.
awkward to sell them in and around town.
Yeah, some of them are, I assume some of them are like non-usable odd weapons.
Yeah, there's a lot of exotic things in here. Like the two-handed battle axe. Like no one needs a two-handed battle axe. It's more for show than anything else.
It could go in the armory, though. You never know.
Yeah. We keep that for, well, I guess we do cauldron executions, huh? So never mind.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I will drop the weapons off at the armory. Is there like someone on duty there, or can I just go in and like dump them in there?
There's no one on duty. One thing you're going to find about this cauldron operation is that there's not enough staff to fill every job that you might ideally like to have filled. There's no head armor. There's no head jailer. There's a lot of things where there's like a function, and as long as everyone works together really well, the function can continue. And as long as everyone trusts each other, you don't need someone to like oversee that. So the armory, the knights, everyone in the court has access to the armory. And it's just a thing.
So
Do we have a doctor?
No.
Good.
we're going to keep all the stuff. We can lock our sheriff's office, right?
Yes.
I
have
keep
a
the weapons in
common
the.
lock.
I keep the weapons locked in the sheriff's office overnight. We take the coins back to our house. Remember when I said to Red Shield to meet me in the tavern tomorrow night? If I knew I had a sheriff's office, I would have said meet me at the sheriff's office tomorrow instead
Okay.
of the tavern, because that makes more sense to meet us there. I didn't realize that we had a sheriff's office. And then I think we go to bed. We obviously keep the coins with us, but I'll just leave the weapons in the sheriff's office, and we'll deal with taking that to the armory tomorrow.
Okay.
I just want to say Pigeon is still a rogue and a thief. So I want to have our house a bit trapped of like, I want there to be a thing. If you walk through, it's going to make a bunch of noise. It's like going to drop a bunch of like shit on the ground. So I'm going to do that
bucket
at
with
our
some
door.
loud things in it. So when
Exactly.
you open the door, it'll tip but that means you got to set it every time before you go out. You know, it's
That's
a
okay.
pain in the ass to do this all the time.
I will do it.
Okay. Let's go to your meeting with Lord Shacklebrook the next day, because this is the sort of incident that you ought to report to him.
Yeah, so in the morning, I come with the bag of gold and the chest. So the bag of gold inside the chest with all the items.
Mm-hmm.
I go up to the keep.
Yeah.
I ask Pigeon if he wants to come with for this meeting.
Oh yeah, I want to see my lord, and I'll bring the Chris that the guy stabbed her with.
Yeah, you bring that. Okay, good. On the way in, I go into the armory and I drop the weapons off there. And if I can grab one of the soldiers or one of the knights nearby, I'll just be like, bit of an incident at the circus last night. Just go and report it up to the top, to the big man. But we confiscated some weapons. They're in a chest in there. I don't know if it's all going to be useful, but take a look.
The knight seems interested. He'll walk with you to the armory, take a look at the weapons as you head up to see the big man.
The big man. Yeah. So describe to me the walk in the keep. Is he on the top floor? Is he in a tower? Or is he in a wizard tower?
Well, so he's got his audience chamber, which is the ground floor for like big important things. He's got his day office, which is also on the ground floor behind. It's like just basically behind the grand hall. There's a little door that you can go through to get to a quiet little office. He does have his own like personal study, which is where you can find him sometimes, which is up in it's on like the third floor of the keep. And that's near his bedroom and some other stuff like that. And he also has like a private wizarding room, which no one's allowed in, not even the servants. And that is actually in it's at the very edge of, it's like the towers come off of the building. So it would be like the bottom floor of a tower, or like the floor below where the tower starts, if that makes sense.
Yeah, okay. Well, I go to look for him in his day office.
Yeah. You will find him, day office? Yeah, he's in his day office. He's going through some notes.
I knock on the door.
My lord!
Enter.
Lord Shacklebrook. I give a little bow.
Sheriff.
I curtsy.
Detective.
You got 20 minutes?
Mm-hmm.
All right. I come and take a sit down.
I put a Chris dagger on his desk.
You know the circus is in town, right?
I heard.
Yeah. Well, we went over there yesterday just to say hi, and, we knew them from Thornwood, actually. Woman running it goes by the name of Matilda, and, funny enough, Pigeon was heading back over there last night.
I was gonna bang her.
Found Matilda dead in her tent, stabbed in the stomach. So he got me over there. We did some looking around, found some footprints leading from her tent to the tent of this big barbarian guy, goes by the name of Zar. He's from the Northlands, barely spoke a lick of common. Inside his tent, we found stolen coins, this blooded dagger, a bunch of weapons. He was drunk, passed out. We woke him up, attacked us on sight. Obviously, had to put him down, knocked him out. I had a chat with some witnesses, said they heard him arguing with her just before, saying that he wasn't getting paid enough. So, open and shut, pretty sure that they had a fight. He stabbed her, robbed her of the coin, and then gone and drunk himself into a stupor in his tent. He's alive, he's in the dungeon. This is the murder weapon. And, we confiscated the coins. A little bit worried about the circus folk, we don't want them causing trouble. I had a chat with Matilda's assistant, who reckons that with her gone, the circus is probably going to disband. And
She's noble.
Yeah, well, yeah, her assistant, she's a red shield.
You're telling me that the assistant for the circus is a noble woman, a noble man?
A noble woman.
A noble woman.
Red Shield, yeah. I remember reading something about the Red Shields. I think their family disbanded or something like that.
They died out before the demons came, I think. I thought they had. Maybe Scraggler. More likely someone stealing a noble's name, just trying to make her way. Should probably question her about that. We can't have people impersonating nobles.
Either way, Red Shield's, this lady, she's a doctor. So I was thinking it might make sense she's going to be looking for a new place to stay. It might be worth having to stick around.
First things first.
Yeah, well, the more important thing is...
This man killed this woman?
100%.
He's in the dungeon.
He's guilty as sin.
Well, thanks for doing that. Looks like we're going to have a boiling.
Yeah,
absolutely. I hope you were going to say that. No, but the other point, though, is that what we don't want is all these riffraff circus folks sticking around Cauldron causing trouble. So whilst it might be nice to confiscate all these coins for the treasury, what I'm thinking is we should use some of them to pay out their wages and get them out of town.
We don't want them setting up a shanty town.
Lord Shacklebrook leans back in his chair and he thinks. Once upon a time, before the demons came and the undead threw themselves upon the walls, before Scoria burned the land and the Drakissians marched everything underfoot, there was a time and a place where we could afford to do the right thing all the time. But these days, things are tough. We're not pulling enough. These riffraff can just as easily be driven out by knights, by officers. They're not of this town. They have nothing to offer. They're welcome to spend their money, But if they're going to cause any trouble, they're going to find themselves in a dungeon or in a cage over a steaming geyser. Paying them out might be a way of doing it. You call it paying out. I call it bribery. Bribery is an effective tactic, but we can't solve all of our problems by throwing money at it. We need to not hoard, but conserve our resources. There are dark days coming ahead. If we have a bad year and the crops fail in this region, we're going to have to cover the food for the entire village for an entire year.
All right.
We need to pinch our pennies as much as possible.
All right. Well, shall I go and have a chat with some of the knights and make sure that happens? Well, you want to handle that?
He looks around, and for the first time, you're noticing his squire would be the word if he was a knight. The Lord Shacklebrook was a knight. He's a wizard. It's not an apprentice because he's not learning, but he's like his errand boy, essentially. His lackey, his sidekick, his messenger. And he just sort of like sits quietly behind, waiting to be given an order. And Lord Shacklebrook looks back to him and says, like, round everyone up for court this evening. Actually, make it this afternoon. We'd like to get these people out of the city by evening if possible. Get all the knights, main warriors, movers and shakers. Bring them all here. And then he looks back to you.
And the guy in the dungeon. When do we do the burning? I don't know if he's going to fit in the cage.
Well, if we have to make a bigger cage, I think people would be happy about that. No,
Yeah.
We'll wait until he's appropriately healthy. You know, it wouldn't do to have an unconscious person being boiled. It's not quite the same.
All right.
And then he like pauses, and you can see like he's really bothered by this local tradition of boiling people alive. And even though he really doesn't like it, but he knows what the people like, and so he rolls with it. Okay. Yeah.
I stand up and unhook a bag of coins from my belt, and then I place it on the table in front of him and say, I'd left what I was going to use to pay off the circus folk back at our office, but I'll bring that too.
Done.
So there's 40 gold in that bag that I give him there.
Now about this woman who is impersonating, potentially, nobles. Walking around calling herself a red shield.
We can bring her to court.
I have better things to do than talk with random peasants. Can you verify?
She's a doctor, though.
Well,
yeah, I can try.
Is she a doctor, or is she like a midwife or some woods witch? You know?
Well, I was wounded in Thornwood, and she tended me up pretty well. And, you know, she works for the circus. There's plenty of injuries going on there.
Why don't you find out if she is of the noble descent she claims she is? If she's not, arrest her, throw in the dungeons. We'll boil her too. If she is who she says she is, it's a sad day that a fine young noblewoman might have to be working her way through the world.
Indeed.
We might
All right. I'll get to the bottom of it.
See what you can find out about her. If she is who she says she is, maybe there's something there that is salvageable. We don't have anything in the way of a doctor around here. Could be a useful person to have on hand.
That's what I was thinking,
We're
boss.
building a thing here, boss. You know, we really love you and respect you, and you're doing such a good job always.
Thank you, Pigeon.
All right, we'll get to work. Thanks for your time.
One more thing before you go.
Yep.
Pigeon. I've been thinking about that name of yours. That won't do for the detective of Cauldron. You can't go by Pigeon anymore.
What do you want to call me?
You got to come up with your own name, son.
That's amazing.
Well, what's your name?
How about Sparrow?
I'm Wilhelm Shacklebrook the First.
That's a mighty fine name.
Mighty name. All right, I'll come up with something and I'll run it by you.
All right.
How about Jack? Jack Sparrow.
Why don't you think about it for a little while?
All right.
As we leave, I say, tough breaks.
Well, shit. What should I be, man?
I don't know, man. But I'll still call you Pigeon. I don't mean. What else are you going to call you?
I don't know. Could be Shacklefoot.
I don't know about that. I think maybe no Jack. Hey,
Jack,
you don't really look like a Jack though.
No, I'll think.
Simon?
Ugh.
No, okay. That went well though.
Yeah, he likes us.
I was a little bit worried about the coins, but he didn't question it.
No. And we're keeping half, right?
We got more than we got 2/3.
Oh yeah, well, yeah, let's go.
Let's
right.
go. All right, I go back to the sheriff's office. I'm gonna grab the silver and the copper nail, and I'm gonna go back to the keep, and I hand it to one of the knights and say, "Can you just take this up to Shacklebrook? It's the rest of the money from the circus."
Yeah. Now I just want to. Handing it to a knight to do that is maybe the wrong vibe. I don't know if you're trying to specifically be like, hey, knight, do this work, or if you're just saying like someone in the castle who I can trust with this work.
Yeah, that's what I mean. I'm trying to avoid an awkward moment where he's like, is this all?
Right,
You know what I mean?
right. Okay,
Just trying to not be there when that happens. So I just want somebody else to do it.
got it.
But someone trustworthy, somebody who's not going to steal it, obviously.
Right, someone trustworthy, someone who's not going to steal it. If you want to try and avoid this, you can kind of like lurk in the castle or like walk around a little bit until you see someone who is trustworthy, like maybe Lord Shacklebrook's errand boys running around doing something.
Oh, the squire guy.
Yeah, maybe you see him, maybe you don't. Like maybe there's a maid who's cleaning something up. Like there will be a person who you could trust to do this. I just wanted to call it out because asking a knight to do that, like there's going to be... We're going to eventually have a little bit of like a rift where they are higher in the social ladder, but you have like maybe more responsibilities day to day.
Yeah. No, that makes sense.
Okay,
cool. A maid or someone trustworthy to go and give the rest of the money to Shacklebrook.
Right.
Or even just to throw it in the treasury rather than give it directly to him.
Okay. Perfect.
If there's a treasury to throw it in, I'll just do that.
The treasury is the one thing that would be locked that you can't get into without Shacklebrook's key.
Okay, so yeah,
we trust the dungeons with the key lying out. We trust the armory with the key lying out. We don't trust the treasury.
That might be too much temptation for us, to be honest, if we had the key to the treasury.
Yeah, Shacklebrook's got that.
I got my name. I got my name.
I check in on the armory. Like, do I see any of the soldiers fighting with the weapons? Have they put them up on the walls, or have they been sorted out?
Yeah, they've been taken out of the boxes. Some of them have been stood up next to the other weapons of similar types. There's not like a proper spot for the two-handed battle axe, so it's just resting against a wall right now, or probably resting on the ground. You don't want the handle to bend by leaving it at an angle. Yeah.
Is it a two-handed battle axe? Is that D12?
It's either 2d6 or a d12.
Oh, it might be 2d6. Crazy.
It would be 2d6 and 5e, but in 2e it might actually just be d10.
You've got a wood axe as d10. That's a two-handed axe on your sheet.
D10 for a two-handed axe in the combat and tactics. But against large, it does 2d8, which is broken as fuck.
Fuck yeah, that's crazy. What's the greatsword against large? We don't do that, right?
Yeah, we moved away from that because I thought it was a little goofy. The great sword. Now, actually, we would probably have to verify. In the combat and tactics, there's a couple of two-handed weapons. A two-handed sword is 1d10, 3d6, which is pretty bomb.
Holy fuck.
Yeah. Yeah. But we're just going to do the d10. You know,
Okay.
The damage versus large is weird.
Okay, great.
Fantastic.
How about I go by the dove?
What?
Dove?
Better than pigeon, right?
I don't know if that's much better. It's kind of the same bird-based problem, I would think.
Oh, goodness. This is going to be hard.
You just gotta come up with like a
dove.
like a normal name, like Hercule.
How about Detective Locke? Because I open locks.
Ah.
Lock could
Locke.
work, yeah. Locke
Good.
and Luther.
Locke and Luther. Locke. Pigeon, yeah.
Lock, pigeon, lock.
Yeah.
What was the guy, the locksmith? The Copperhead's locksmith.
Mickey.
What was his name? Mickey, yeah. I
Oh,
want Mickey.
yeah, I'll go Mickey, yeah. I killed his ass.
Yeah, we killed him, yeah, Mickey. He died like a little
Call
bitch.
me Mickey.
Mickey's a good name.
Mickey Pigeon.
Mickey Pigeon.
Yeah, that'll be my name, Mickey Pigeon.
All right, well, Pidge, listen, I'm going to wait around in the office for Red Shield to get here. But do you want to go and check out what's going on at the circus and just make sure that it's not getting out of hand over there?
Yeah. Yeah,
All right.
I'll do that.
I kick my feet up. Do I have a jail cell in my sheriff's office?
You have the office is quite small.
We're gonna have to get one made if we don't.
I feel like we should have a jail cell in here, yeah.
I think you probably want a jail cell, but it's one
Yeah.
of the things the town hasn't been able to afford to build yet.
That's
It's
what
been
the sheriff
low
money
on the
goes to.
Priority.
There you
Yeah.
go. That's the sheriff money, yeah.
Yeah, you have a
All right.
pillory out front, that sort of thing that you put your wrists and neck
Oh,
through,
cool.
where someone can just like be standing awkwardly in an uncomfortable position outside for as long as you want.
We could, if we'd have put this guy in the pillory, he probably would have been able to like smash it and break it out of the
yeah.
ground. This
Yeah.
wouldn't have been cool. All right, well, when Pigeon goes off to do his work, I will lean back in my chair, feet on the desk, open my drawer, pour myself a glass of rum, and wait for sheriff duties to come to me or for Miss Redshield to get here.
Sheriff duties will arrive. They will arrive kind of haphazardly through the day. You got some young local guys who like want to work as constables underneath you, and you know there's no budget for that unless it comes out of your pocket. And then you'd have to clear it with the Lord, and you know.
I'm very comfortable in that situation because this is mainly what Luther did in his old job when he was trying to have a drink, was bat away fucking kids who wanted to work for him. So that's no problem for me. I'm happy to tell them to get fucked, basically.
Yeah. Then there's some dispute about a tab at a bar, but like the dispute is whether it was 35 or 36 copper, you know? But the people are kind of broke and they come to you to resolve their thing, and it's just like, this is so far beneath. You're arguing over a copper.
Well, what I do in that, to teach them both a lesson, I make the person saying it was 35 pay 36 and give me 1 copper, and the person saying it was 36 just take 35, and I keep the 1 copper for myself. They both lose out, and I say, this is what you get for wasting my time over bullshit like this. So I keep that 1 copper for me.
Nice. Your day continues.
Anything interesting anybody interesting to steal from at the circus or no?
To steal from?
Yeah, I mean, I'm going about. Do I see any lock boxes in their fucking
Well,
tents?
let's talk about the circus, because you get there and it's pretty clear that the circus is falling apart. Some of the tents have been taken down. A couple of the carts are missing. There's 2 people standing around like shouting at the sky, angry because someone took a cart and then they took like not only the donkey that pulled the cart, but a donkey that pulls a different cart. And so now there's a cart that doesn't have a donkey anymore.
That's terrible.
But you know, you need 2 donkeys, so everything's falling apart. So you're just gonna take whatever you want, and everyone's picking it over. And there's also like refuse lying around where like this tent got pulled down, but then they didn't bother they just left the tent stakes because they take up too much
Who's
room
near
and
it?
they're cheap.
Is there someone near it?
Yeah, there's someone nearby.
Hey, idiot! Now it's your job to clean this shit up. You're not just gonna come over here into my town and fucking leave this shit here. Get over here.
Walks over, he sees your brooch, your sign of office, goes over, picks up the
Clean that
sticks.
shit up. Good. I keep walking around.
He waves you off as he starts to pick them up. Yeah, like, I'll get it. Yeah. There might be good shit. It's mostly in boxes as everyone packs up. It's hard to tell what it's going to be. Who in this circus performer group do you think might have something worthwhile?
The ringmaster.
Well, that was Mathilda. She was the head. She was the ringmaster, yeah.
Can I just give you a luck check?
Yeah, give me a flat D20.
You want to do 100? Oh, D20?
Yeah.
18.
Fuck.
Unlucky now.
All right, you see the sword swallower. And he's practicing in the morning because he practices every day. And he's standing up front of his tent, which is partially packed up. And the sword he's swallowing with is beautiful. It's got this like intricate basket hilt that like sort of sparkles. Maybe it's gemstones, maybe it's rhinestone. Who knows what it is, but it's got like a sparkly quality to it. It's got this thin, beautiful blade with this really nice groove down it. That sword, is probably worth 10 times the cost of a normal sword.
Hey, you! Swallower!
The swallower...
Put your shit down. Put it in your fucking tent. Over there, you got fucking shit to pick up. You guys are all just leaving your shit here. Now do it before I throw you in the fucking pillory.
The swallower, pulls the sword out of his throat and carries it as he walks over to you, not like pointing at you, but like pointing down and across his body in a polite
Hey, don't
way.
come near me with that sword. Go put it back in your tent and then go.
He stops. He says, "Excuse me, sir. Sir,
Yeah?
You're the detective that was here last night, weren't you?
That's correct.
Is it true what they say about Czar, that he killed her?"
Put your fucking sword away and then we can have a conversation. You're making me, you're freaking me out, man.
He hurries back to the tent, puts the sword away, and jogs back to you.
All right, what's up?
Is it true that Czar killed Matilda? Matilda?
You see, I take my pipe and I blow 6 rings, Neil, and then I give him the story. I give him exactly how I found it all out, how I was gonna fuck his boss. And then when I get there, she's dead. Then I go get my sheriff. I come back. I find a drop of blood. I follow that. I get to Czar's place. I get in there. I tie him up. I give him a big story.
Mm-hmm.
It was definitely Czar, and we got him.
He shakes his head. I never thought he would. What a man. What a shame.
All right, now over there, I point. A bunch of your friends. There's a missing donkey that you probably need to go figure out. But over there's a bunch of stakes in the fucking ground that they just left, and it's in disarray. You guys got to clean it up. Now get out. Go.
Well, I'll see to it that it's clean, sir. I swear. I swear.
No,
It's upon
go
my
now.
honor.
Go.
He drags his feet a little bit. Heads back to his tent, puts on like a nice extra coat for the day or an extra cape for the day because it's the middle of winter.
Am I
Closes
picking
the
up like
tent up.
nobility from this guy?
No, maybe like a really good performer or someone whose family were servants, so he grew up around well-mannered people. Like he's neat and he's tidy, and he like goes and tidies up his tent and closes it up properly before he heads out. So he's got that. Oh my god. Hold on, I'm sorry, the cat is in the wrong spot.
Look at the cat, yeah. Mr. Pan, no! Leave me alone!
Fuck off. I'm laying up here.
Neil's about to yeet the cat.
Do I take the sword, Nick?
I mean, the question is, can you stop yourself?
I'll roll a wisdom check.
Cats, man.
All right. I'm going to roll a wisdom check here to see if Pigeon can stop himself. A 20. He goes to leave. Then he looks back. He sees the flap and how it's just a zipper away or a tie away from him and this sword. So he's going to give a perception check. Make sure the guy fucked off. 26.
He's within eyesight. That's a.
I'll wait
the
around.
tent
I'll go
grounds
over.
are coming apart, and so most of the area, like this tent, is pretty visible. You could definitely, you're a great thief. You could find a way in without anyone noticing.
It's true, yeah. All right.
You could totally do it, Pigeon.
I'm gonna sneak in.
I mean,
so I'm gonna.
You don't get paid very much.
That's right. Do you want a hide check or a move silently check here?
I'm gonna want a hide check. You're gonna wait until the right moment, and then you're gonna like duck under and in.
That's right.
So we're gonna say 0 for this. Yeah, I just want a high check at -2.
25 then.
Yeah, so easy. You roll in and you're under the tent. It's an awkward area. You kind of come up, you bump up against a little desk with a couple of there's like a what do you call it? A wax tablet on the desk with a stencil nearby, a stylus nearby to write on it. All of his other stuff. And there's the sword tucked nicely into a beautiful wooden scabbard that's been lacquered over the top of it, and a little rose
like a shitty
painted
rug on the
down the
ground?
side. No, it's a decent rug actually. It's not bad.
All right,
Not great, but it's not terrible.
I have a jewelry making check, so I fuck with jewels all the time. Can I open it and just see if these gems are real?
Yeah. The gems are on the hilt, which is not within the scabbard, so you can just take a
Perfect.
nice look at this thing. You don't have your little magnifying glass that you use to get a really good look at this stuff. These are probably, judging by your initial gaze, and knowing that this is a circus performer, these are probably quartz gemstones that are not worth very much at all. They're essentially free, practically.
Okay.
They could be diamonds or something, or like zircons or something else really nice and fancy.
There's no way. You just sell the sword and stop working, surely.
Exactly.
Agreed.
Exactly.
You said there's like a desk here?
Mm-hmm.
I open his desk. What's in it? A little baggie?
Little baggie. There's no little baggies. But I like the way you think, buddy. There's another couple of like little tiny folding wooden pads that have wax in them that you can write on. That he's got some notes, but you don't read letters. Who cares what they say?
No, but I'll grab. No, I don't care. Is there like a lockbox or anything in here? I just do a quick check.
Yes, there is a lockbox tucked underneath the bed.
Ching. Do you want to pick lock check?
I don't, because I don't think you've gotten an opportunity to get new lockpicks. You know how to pick locks.
He wouldn't have given me my lockpicks back?
Oh, gods no.
Oh, Jesus. Okay, let me take a look at
it wouldn't be he wouldn't have had them. She would have had them. Right? Like, all of your
that
stuff
makes
got
sense.
taken by the chicken Thornwood.
Yeah.
You're going to need lockpicks for your job at some point. Definitely.
Yeah, I'll need to buy them. That makes
But,
sense. All right,
have 'em
I will
yet.
just take this small box then. I mean,
Great. Yep. You swipe it. It's
throw it in my
small.
bag, and I am going to fuck off out of here.
Yep. You get back out under the tent. Nobody sees you. And you make your way. What were you doing over here?
Got to go back to the sheriff's office now.
Oh, this is it. You just wanted to come and like ruffle through some things.
You
and
were
steal
meant
some
to be
shit.
making sure that everyone was like,
Well, they were packing up.
yeah.
Okay.
But it was
Yeah.
I did my
probably
job.
a lot.
They're all packing up. It's slow going, but it's happening. And there's
Sweet.
chaos and confusions. All right.
I'm back at the sheriff's office. We'll wait for the lady.
Yeah.
I'll put this in our whatever our store is. You know, I'm sure we have a room.
The sheriff's office is the room. There's no additional supply room. It's a
Why is
one
it you've
room
got
little
a
shack.
lockbox?
Lockbox. Look what I got, Luther.
What is it?
It's a lockbox. I can't open it. I don't have lockpicks.
Oh, shit. Oh, damn. We got to get you some lockpicks.
Big time.
Oh, yeah, okay. We'll do that tomorrow. Still waiting for Miss Redshield. You see her over there?
Did I? Neil?
Nope. She
No.
wasn't out and
Yeah, I
about
didn't
trying to
see
clean
her.
up.
Probably gonna come later.
This is the time before.
Did we
Oh, go ahead.
send the gravedigger? I forgot to say it, but did we send the gravedigger to...
I assumed, yeah, you were going to send the gravedigger.
yeah, okay,
Yeah.
good. Yeah.
Before Miss Redshield has an opportunity to show up, you will get contacted by that same gopher, that same little squire boy, errand boy, that, there's a meeting tonight with this afternoon with Lord Shacklebrook, vis-a-vis kicking everyone out of the town, and your attendance is requested.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah. So you guys
We'll
ended
be
up
there,
having that
bud.
meeting. We're just going to gloss over it real quick. He just wants to organize all the knights and all the people to like keep an eye out and maybe do like a ride through later this afternoon in force and like give it a look down their noses at everyone. Make sure they know that they need to skedaddle. And also for everyone in this law enforcement knights section to like look at people and recognize some faces. That way if they're seen loitering in town, they can be given a little extra oomph. So everyone, look at the faces, make sure you can recognize as many people as possible as you ride through, and encourage them to leave quickly. And you guys are included in this list of like actionable folks.
Okay, cool. We'll be doing that tonight.
This afternoon.
Yeah. All right. Let's get going then.
Yeah, you ride through. You give everyone again, this is the third round. Last night when you left, Pigeon was like, get the fuck out of here tomorrow. And then Pigeon went through today and he was like, everyone get the fuck out. And now there's like knights and a sheriff and the detective coming through on horseback in formation, looking at people and giving them the stink eye. And it's very, very clear, the power has been exercised. They're gonna go. But all of this does mean that you're probably not in your office when Red Shield comes by, which is just... in the olden days, before cell phones, before all this stuff, like this was just a common thing that would happen all the time. And then you just try and meet them again later.
Does she wait around?
Why don't you roll me a d20, Nick?
Yeah. Well, surely I'm due a good roll.
Surely.
Hey.
Yeah. On a 16, she will come by your office that evening after the sun has gone down.
Just as I'm locking up for the night. Ah, there you are. Annabelle, good to see you. Here, come in. I was just about closing up for the night, but we should chat.
She comes over, her bright, cheery face,
Did the gravedigger make his way over there? You sort that out?
He did, yes. He's taken the body. She'll be buried tomorrow. Yes.
Well, I was going to say, we're kind of kicking everyone out, but if you want to stick around for a week or two, Czar will be facing justice at some point in the near future if you want to stay for that. It's quite a spectacle. I don't know if you've seen how they do things around here.
I've heard how things are done around here.
It might be of medical interest to you. It's an unusual thing.
Well, we also got to figure out if you're nobility.
Excuse me?
Well, the thing is, we've heard, I think you might have mentioned it, that you're from a noble family.
Of course. The Red Shields.
Yeah, thing is, though, there's not really, and I'm very sorry about this, there's not really many Red Shields around these days.
She shakes her head. There was an estate fire at a party. It was horrible. Most of the family died. A whole bunch of others died. If you were 10 years older, you probably would have heard about it. It was a terrible, terrible thing.
And what about your documents or whatever?
Well, I was too young to attend the party, so I wasn't there when it all went down, but my parents went up with it. And shortly thereafter, things around the kingdom got pretty dark. I had to be... My nannies smuggled me out of the town, hid me under a blanket, and went north with me when the demons came, and the thieves fled the demons, and they were the first real trouble. And everything that I have to my name was lost back then. I have no paperwork.
Annabelle, you got to be careful talking about your family name like that, because it rubs nobles up the wrong way if they think people are claiming to be nobility when they ain't.
Of course. But I think she looks at you. I think you trust me. I think it's pretty clear I'm not trading on a noble's name. I'm working hard quietly in my own corners. I'm not going to deny who my family is or where I come from, but I am not trying to exploit the position that comes with that. And I think any honest man would recognize that, and a dishonest man wouldn't care.
As an actor, Neil, and someone with high charisma, I know I'm not noble myself, but I think I should be able to do a better job than most at trying to discern whether or not her accent is legitimate. and whether she's speaking with a noble.
You think this might be
accent.
like a disguise check that she's pulling off on you right now?
I don't think it is, but what I'm saying is I feel like I should be able to eliminate that possibility
Okay.
through my own skill set. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I know exactly what you mean.
Her story is very convenient, though. Oh, the one family that everybody went up in flames, and then all my stuff was taken.
But I think she's right in that she's not trying to leverage it in any way.
I agree.
Yeah, why don't you give me a charisma check, Nick?
How could it possibly go wrong? But I get a bonus because of my acting, Neil?
No, because this is just a disguise check that she would be making, opposed versus your charisma. If she were disguised, if this is the truth, then you're just making a whatever check. I'm gonna say that if I recall correctly, we rolled her hotness last time, and she was pretty hot. It was like a 17 or something, wasn't it?
No. 17 was
someone
Bernie.
else.
Oh, Bernie. Right. Did we roll hers?
If anything, I think she was like slightly above average, but I don't remember.
Okay. No, I don't remember then. I was going to try and say that like perhaps it's her beautifulness that is like distracting you from paying attention, but maybe that's not it. I'm just going to re-roll it because I don't know what it was, and we've talked about it now. 14.
Yeah, that sounds about right.
Yeah, there's something about this girl, the story makes a lot of sense, but as Pigeon says, like it could easily be a lie. And her voice, it also isn't perfect, like inner city Stromheim nobility. But if she's like a country noble who like grew up in hiding, the accent's different, right? The accent's different between London and Manchester, right? So
yeah, I say take a seat for a second. I want to ask you some questions.
Am I in trouble?
No. The thing is,
she sits
I just
down.
want to be
You're
able
detained.
to. I just want to be able to say with confidence that you are who you say you are. That's all. So, why don't you tell me a little bit about your family? Describe your family crest. Describe the manor that your family lived in. Describe the names of the patriarch and the most important members of the family, any titles they held, things like that.
Yeah, she perfectly describes everything that you've read about the Red Shield family in those books. Your heraldry check, you don't need to roll it. You only need to roll it in case you're running against something like really weird or strange. But she passes with flying colors, like this is the correct banner, this is the family, this is our ancestral holdings were in Rainwood. Rainwood was destroyed. Our matriarch was this person. I'm named, like most women in my family, my name is Annabelle. It's a common family name. We're named after the founder of our clan, or after our family who first rose to power, in the early 1200s. Blah, 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 blah. Yeah.
Okay. That all checks out. Her accent seems good.
Yeah,
she's
a little
not trying to
rural.
leverage off the name.
Yeah.
Yeah, but she's been out of sorts for a while. So I think that satisfies me. I did think I could lie to Shacklebrook and say that I've seen documents, but then I thought he might ask to see them, and then that's just getting me in trouble. So I think that I've done enough to convince myself, and I'll say, all right, I think that all checks out. So Annabelle, one thing I was thinking about, like I said, you're welcome to stay in town for a couple of weeks. I know that you're looking for new work, and we're trying to build things up here in Cauldron, and we haven't really got a doctor in town. Is that something you'd be interested in, sticking around, getting some work? We've got plenty of fighting that needs doing with criminals and bandits and whatnot. There's always knights needing patching up.
Maybe for a little while until I get my bearings. I was honestly thinking, if the circus didn't work out, that I might go to Stromheim and try my luck there. Either that or High Castle, but
The thing with Stromheim,
those places are crime infested. You're not going to survive there.
You'd be much better off here than in Stromheim.
You would get murdered.
I can't speak to High Castle, but Stromheim is a lawless place.
You said you were from Stromheim.
Oh, yeah, but we were going to protect you.
Yeah, it's dangerous. I mean, We almost got killed on a daily basis out there, and we can look after ourselves. You know, if you
stay here for a bit.
Is there enough work here?
why don't you stick around, or at least until Czar meets his end? I'll let the Lord know that you're here. I'll see what kind of wages or something like that could work out. I think if I can convince him that you are of the Red Shield family, he might feel it's his duty to make sure that you're comfortable.
How much were you making at the circus?
5 silver a day. But every
15
day,
gold a month.
regardless.
How much is it a month, Nick?
15.
15 gold? That's not too bad.
That's nothing. Yeah, I think.
Okay, I mean, we could probably pay you that. We'll have to
All
talk
right.
to our lord.
Yeah, stick around for a week or two, and at least until Czar goes to the geyser, and we'll speak to the Lord and see what we can sort out for you. But in our view, it'd be a shame to see you out in Stromheim on your own, and it'd be a shame to see a doctor capable as you walk out of our town.
Okay. I appreciate it. Thank you.
All right.
Yeah, we're just looking out for you.
You got some coins to stay in the tavern for a couple of weeks?
I have some money on me, and I was here to pick up the rest of the payment for people's wages.
Yeah.
Yeah. I will pull it out. Well, fuck, it's in gold. That's the issue. What I have.
No, there's nothing to give him.
All right,
Give
yeah,
it
go ahead.
to the Shacklebrook.
I know. I was gonna give her some money. 'Cause I
Thing
feel
is,
bad.
the Lord felt like better to use a show of force to disperse the circus act people rather than pay them out their wages. So I'm
Of
afraid
course.
he's confiscated the coin.
Of course.
Yeah, it's one of them. But what I can do is compensate you for staying in the tavern for a couple of weeks. I reach into a drawer, Neil.
She puts a
And
hand
open a
up and
bag.
says, "No, that's okay. I can pay my own way.
You sure?
My expenses are low. I have some savings on me. Not on me, but in my tent.
I want to make sure you stick around for a couple of weeks. You definitely going to do that?
I will stick around for until the new moon. How about that? That's 2
I reverse
weeks.
pickpocket her, Neil.
How far
I'm
away is
putting
that?
2 gold in her pocket.
Oh.
The reverse pickpocket.
Yeah,
Let's
we'll
see
do
it.
it. Wait until she walks out the door or something.
Okay.
Because it's awkward if she's like sitting down and you're
All right, good. Well, the new moon, what is that, a couple of weeks?
2 weeks.
All right.
13 days.
Okay, well, I can recommend the tavern just down the road. Take a left at the temple. You see it right there on the corner. Got nice
She-
rooms. Mm-hmm. Good place.
She
All
gets
right.
up. She like bows her head politely. Does like a
I go to give her a
soft
hug.
curtsy. She
a bit weird.
is like freezes up at the hug, just sort of a little surprised, and puts one arm around
give it
you
to
as
her.
you slip some coins. I wanna
3
say I give it
gold
to
into her coins. No, sorry. I give her the hug and I slip 3
You slip
coins
it
into her pocket.
Okay.
Oh, dear.
I've taken them off my character sheet.
Yeah, but give me the pickpockets
the
check.
check?
Of course.
I hit it. I just can't
He's
stop
nailed
today.
it.
Do you only have a +5 on pickpockets?
I haven't leveled up any of my pickpockets.
I've got a better pickpocket than that.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
I'm on 14.
That's my second one of hit of the day.
Wow. Is it opposed by anything? Pickpockets. Opposed by perception. Oof. I don't have stats for her perception, but a natural 6 is not good.
There you go.
Yeah, definitely not more than 23. Cool. Yep, you slip it on her. And
right.
she leaves. You guys leave.
Good.
You can lock up. I imagine Luther has the key to the sheriff's office. You carry it
Absolutely.
around you.
Yeah,
I'm
I
gonna
don't
put
like
character
these
sheet.
locks
I am gonna
though.
put this on my
These
character
locks are
sheet.
dog shit.
Yeah, they're just common
Yeah.
everyday locks, man.
I'm gonna have to get some real ones made.
Mm.
We're gonna have to beef this place up.
For sure. Yeah, because we might, at some point, we might want to keep, like, gold and shit in
People?
here that we've confiscated. Yeah.
Well, as the party
Okay.
goes back to their house to call it off for the night, there's something that you both said earlier that I think will naturally come up. And neither of you actually think that Czar committed this murder. As you said, like, everything lines up. There was an argument, there was a blood trail, there were footprints, there was a bloody weapon, there was the gold. Like, it all lines up. But both of you were pretty certain at some point that, like, this was a setup. But the setup
what it
you
felt like.
expect, that what I'm hearing is that you think the setup was so good that you're just going to roll with it. Is that really what you're feeling, or have you moved on and embraced?
The thing is, if somebody just wanted Matilda dead and didn't want to steal from her because they planted the gold as well, then maybe she had it coming. I mean, if they've left town, fuck it, who cares?
Yeah, I mean, if someone had the forethought to go into that guy's place and plant the gold and plant the dagger and all of that, I mean, you got us.
You got to respect the job.
I'm pretty certain that it was a setup. Pigeon's still,
You didn't see any other prints, though.
no, Pigeon's still suspicious. So,
We're having a conversation about it.
Yeah.
You know, you're saying you're
I'm still suspicious. I do think it might have been a setup, but, fuck
I've been
'em.
doing
I mean,
some reading. You know, I've been reading a lot of books out there these last few months. There's this fella, this dwarf, back in the day, his name was Occam. Okay, and he had this idea called Occam's razor, yeah. And he said, in a lot of times, if the most simple solution, I think that's right. I'm pretty sure that's what he meant. That's what he said. Like, the most simple thing, that's the right answer. And it's simple. It all lines up. Can't go looking for secret meanings all the time, you drive yourself crazy doing that.
I shrug.
Yeah, I mean, he probably did it. And I mean, if he didn't, then fuck him.
I mean, he would have done it even if he didn't do it,
He shouldn't have. He shouldn't
He's
have
the kind of
attacked
guy.
us.
He's a foreigner. Yeah.
Yeah,
Even if he didn't do it, he's probably done something
would've.
similar. Yeah.
We're the good guys here.
That's why we can't be having those northerners coming down here causing trouble with their big hairy bodies and their fucking giant axes,
Oh yeah.
It's crazy. You shouldn't have to. Only dwarves should be using axes. Dwarves and lumberjacks. Anything, if you're fighting with an axe, there's something wrong with you.
All right.
so what else? Yeah, I mean, I don't think he did it, but I'm not sure.
I don't care. He did something,
He did something, and he's got to go.
One-
He's got to die for it.
One less 18 strength fucking northerner guy roaming around with a double-handed axe. That's good enough for me. Fuck that guy.
Okay. Well,
Yeah.
I think with that, I'm going to give out some XP and we'll call it for the day.
Absolutely. Let's go.
Nice, very easy, gentle getting involved with the campaign. Real simple
Had a great time.
storyline.
It's a couple of callbacks with the circus and Red Shield. Nice little detective case. Some nice role playing with Shacklebrook. I'm
right.
excited. What I'm excited for in this campaign is to get to know the knights and the squire and the people around the court. All the little secondary NPCs around Shacklebrook. 'Cause I
Yeah.
reckon
I'm excited
there'll be
for a
some,
racer to come back and be like, I got a job
yeah. There'll be some jockeying for
at wizard school.
like Shacklebrook's kind of favor between
Yep.
the knights and different people. I think that'll be good. There'll probably be some of them who resent us for being murderers,
Big time.
things like that. I think there'll be some good, interesting bits there.
I'm excited for the stealing XP.
True.
Well, Mr. Not Mr. Moon, Nick Greenzerg, you're going to get 225 experience for today. There wasn't much going on. There was one fight and a very simple murder investigation.
Yep.
Real low. Lucas, you're going to get that same 225, plus you performed 3 thief skills exceedingly well. So take another 600 for a total of 825.
825 times.
Don't forget
0.1.
Bonus XP for defeating.
Oh, you get
Enemies in
10 per
combat.
level per hit die. So you get another
Yeah.
30 XP because your first level and he was 3 hit die.
Thank you.
It's odd though, because with that rationale, a first level character gets 10 plus 7 XP for a goblin, where a 10th level character gets 100 plus 7 XP for killing a goblin.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, but a 10th level wizard might cast a fireball to kill a goblin, whereas a first level wizard might cast magic missile.
Yeah, but
Get
this
3
is just
times
for
as much
fighters
XP.
anyway.
No, but what I mean is other classes, as they level up, their sort of class-specific rewards also increase in size, right?
Yeah.
That's fair. I like it. All right. That's it for today's session. We will be back sometime in the not too terribly distant future with some more Hardly
Yeah.
Heroes.
Bye-bye.
Thanks for watching.
Ciao.
See you later.